Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
I'm itching for the game.
Man.
Does anyone else feel this way?
It's Cubs Brewers. That's going to be, as good as it gets.
2-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit to right. Back is Frelick. He's at the wall, and Bush hits a leadoff home run to give the Cubs a 1-0 lead.
What does undaunted mean?
Not intimidated or discouraged by difficulty, danger, or disappointment.
Here's the pitch. Drops down, a line drive down the right field line. That'll score Chourio. Terang into second base. Back-to-back doubles, and we're tied 1-1. Line drive left center. That one's headed towards the gap, and into the gap it goes. Terang will score. Contreras slides into second. It's 2-1 Milwaukee. Perkins line drive back up the middle of base hit. Vaughn will score. Frelick goes to third. It's 4-1. Blake Perkins delivers on the 11th pitch of the at-bat. Swinging a bouncer at third base. Shaw knocks it down. Throw across the diamond is going to be late. 3 for 3 for Jackson Chourio. It's 9-1. 2-2 is on the way home. Rolled to first. It's a fair ball. Bowers has it. Takes it to the bag. And game one belongs to the Brewers. 9-3 the final score. Freddie Peralta picks up his first career postseason win.
Let the good times roll. Oh, won't you let the good times roll?
It is another great day to be alive on this Monday. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me, Kyle Wallace. But also alongside me, Sir Bradley Nortman.
Sir Bradley. Well, boys. Good to be back. As I said, way long ago in February, I believe it was, we added another one to KBN Nation, and it was a whirlwind. Been a long month, boys. I'm operating on very little sleep. I got some stats a little bit later in this segment to share with you to reflect how crazy things have been.
Welcome back, Brad. Thanks for bringing stats.
We've been missing those stats. Oh, I'm going to get to the stats.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. This is more. You can see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Alex Strofe running the show. And yes, that was the voice of Brad Nortman, not AI'd. He is here. He is in the flesh. Strofe, I'm mad he didn't jump on him because he's doing I'm operating on a certain amount of sleep. Like he's the first guy to ever have a kid. So yeah. I'm glad now that Brad will say things similar to me.
Hold on. He's kind of got 3 kids.
Kind of. I definitely have 3 kids.
So he's got you 3 times over.
You guys knew I was going to try and find a way to get at Brad as soon as we could.
It's not going to work.
Oh, I will.
I think me and Kyle can agree. Ben, I assume you might be able to, but I'm not positive yet. We're just happy to have Brad back. There's order restored in the show, less chaos. Me and Kyle are going to bicker at each other less, I think.
Yeah, what's it been like in my absence? Admittedly, I haven't had a whole lot of time to listen.
Me and Kyle are on bad terms.
No, these two are the worst. I couldn't, because like they got their little thing going on. They go back and forth, and I'm just kind of sitting
like
here
married couple.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't wait, and they got that weird energy as well. So I was looking for somebody with a little bit more sensibility.
Because you're so much better than us.
Brad knows that I stay out of y'all business sometimes, and it's just back and forth, whatever they got going on, the weirdness. So finally, somebody who has their head on straight.
Well, what the heck's been going on with you, Brad?
Well, it's been crazy, boys. I mean, as you know, I feel like it's one of those things where you can be described as like, wow, the birthing process is truly crazy. But then experiencing it really is. Guys, if we're going to go back all the way to, what was it, September 6th? It was the Friday.
I don't know, Brad. It's pretty far back.
It was a long time ago. If you'll remember, on ESPN Milwaukee, I was here for a segment, and then I wasn't here for a segment. I got a text from Lexi an hour before that, and not to get graphic, but she said something happened that is prompting, giving birth. But she's like, Lexi's a grinder. She said, don't leave. Finish the show. Finish the show. See it
More
through.
of a grinder than you.
She's a grinder. So anyway, at about 4:30, I'm starting to get some texts where it's like, this is actually happening. I better go. So I go from Slinger.
You mean you should? Yes.
But I respected she's like, you know what? I'm good here. You finished the show, so I roll over there. I do feel a little bit bad, though, because you know us. We were packed. We had blankets and pillows and food. We had multiple coolers of food that we were going to take to the hospital.
Wait. Oh, so they weren't cooled. They were just like you had the food away that you were going to...
No. The food was in the fridge, all pre-prepared. We had multiple days worth of food. And so she loaded up the coolers. She took them to the hospital. She did all this while she was actually starting to feel contractions.
Oh, wow.
So she's just a grinder. She's a grinder. So I haul from Slinger.
We're hauling ass.
It was a long way. It was a long way. A lot of time with just windshield time, as Ben Brust would say. I'm thinking I'm about to bring a kid into this. I'm not bringing the kid in. Lexi's bringing the kid into the world. So I get there, and she's looking for a distraction. We throw on Amazon Prime. We're watching, the Chiefs and the Chargers, and there's really no easy way to say this. So we were wondering. She didn't want to have to be induced if she could help it, right? So her girlfriends from Jacksonville sent her this workout video on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
And it basically said, if you want to induce labor, do this workout video. And things weren't moving along, right? And so all the comments were, I wasn't a believer, and then I did it, and sure, wouldn't you know it? So we're about there about 2 or 3 hours. Nothing's really happening. So she's like, I'm just going to do this. She's in her hospital gown. She asks for a physio ball. She's doing all these like lat things and these squats and these lunges. 10 minutes into the video, water breaks. Can you believe that? 10 minutes into the video, the water breaks. We are a full go and we are running. So this is like Friday night at like 9 o'clock now. We are settling in. We're realizing this is going to happen. Lexi starts feeling contractions at about like 10:30. Contraction. We're not sleeping, right? So it's like 2 a.m. and none of us has gotten any sleep. And we're freaking out because she's about to give birth without any sleep, right? So I brought some melatonin. So I was like, brilliant. Let's pop some melatonin.
Wait, is that safe to pop?
Can you do that?
No, hold on now. Let's pop some melatonin. So we
pop
can get
pills like this.
So let's get some sleep before the main course happens on Saturday.
Main course.
So I popped some melatonin because I haven't slept yet. Lexi popped some melatonin. About 10 minutes in, I'm starting to get a little groggy, and then she remembers, oh yeah, our doula told us that melatonin acts the same way that Pitocin does that induces labor. So it goes from 0 to 60 from contractions right away, just from melatonin.
Did you miss the birth?
So I didn't miss the birth, but I am groggy the entire time. Literally, I didn't sleep. Lexi didn't sleep all Friday night into Saturday.
You gave your pregnant wife drugs to put her to sleep? Helped her. She was saying, push.
If anything... So I was the one that was like yawning while she was pushing. She was not pleased with that. She was not pleased to see me yawning at about 8 a.m. because I remember seeing the sun coming up and being like, our boy or girl, we didn't know at the time was going to be entering the world today, and I could fall asleep right now. I could fall asleep, and Lexi's in the thick of it. So we're going through it, and she is just tough as nails. She gives birth. It's a baby boy. Couldn't be more exciting. Here's how I know we picked the right doula. The whole time we're wondering how much longer until the baby's going to get here. All the things.
I'm sorry, I can't do it anymore. What the hell's a doula?
What's a doula?
Are you kidding me? You don't know? You've never heard of a doula?
I've heard you say it 4 times. I kept
looking over at Stro.
Wait, you don't know what a doula is?
Do you know what a doula is, Ben?
I don't know what a doula is.
Oh,
I've been like, yep.
Okay,
what?
Me too.
So a doula is basically like a birthing coach, a birthing assistant,
okay.
right? Because Lexi wanted to do it natural, and she did. We were close to the epidural. It's all, each experience is your own, but she gave birth natural. So because of that, people don't tell you.
Is that a midwife?
Yeah, midwife, same thing.
Okay, I know that word.
Yeah,
okay.
midwife.
I mean, look, it's Brad, the Nortman estate. It's not the Nortman house. It's not a midwife. It's a doula.
Doulas are more common now, especially home births. You have like a doula.
So our doula kept on saying, I think it's going to come before kickoff. And she's referring to the Badger games. That's how I knew we got the good one. But sure enough, the baby came. Baby boy arrived. And
real quick, we're not allowed to say the name aloud. I don't know what you're...
we can say the name.
Well, we should get there later because that ended up happening much later.
Yeah, and actually, there's more to that. You wouldn't even believe there's more to the story, but there's more to the story.
All we know is that you were trying out names on this baby boy for 3 weeks. That one doesn't fit. Let's try this one.
Yeah, are we ever going to get a list of the ones that were scrapped?
I'll say the names. Well, yeah, I'll say the names that were scrapped.
Okay.
I'll say the ones that we had teed off. And then we had ones that we tried. We called them a different name for like 4 straight days to see which one fit. Isn't that crazy?
It's insane.
The answer is yes.
We're so content with where we landed.
You landed great.
We landed great. It's a great
name.
name.
Had 20 names.
We're going to save the name because I also, a little bit of a tease, this whole naming journey, I had a Ben Brust moment. I will never, I'll leave it.
I'm part of the birth.
I had a Ben Brust moment. So anyway, we bring home our baby boy on Saturday. We're in the halftime of the Packer game when they played the Lions, and it's been great. But here, I've got some stats for people who are wondering, what have I been doing the last month? What have I been possibly doing to miss the show? So can I get some football music, Stroph, for a little bit of... Okay, I can hear it in the background now. I forgot how this works.
I can tell.
Hey, Stroph, can you do the thing that you think?
You did 14 seconds ago? Yeah, I got you.
All right. So Lexi got me a new Apple Watch for my birthday, which you guys forgot to wish me happy birthday. Cool. Thank you very much. You do this whole thing for Ben of all these different random appearances and drop-ins, and I get crickets from you guys.
You know, it was
6 days after my wife gives birth to our son.
It was a busy week for us.
Oh yeah,
it was a Saturday. I forgot, but at least 2 of us wish you happy birthday.
I actually think it was a Friday.
It was a Friday.
We didn't wish it until Saturday.
Oh, I had work.
Anyway,
I have no excuses.
So I got some stats now. So a new Apple Watch, the new version
for my birthday.
Okay, so do you wear it when you sleep?
I just got it to work yesterday.
Okay.
Wow.
So anyway, it gives you very in-depth sleep scores, right? Sleep score and all the things. So I've been tracking it. I've been averaging. It gives you like how long you're in REM cycle and deep cycle, all the things. How many interruptions you have per night. I've been averaging 8 interruptions per night, and last night was 11.
Oh, wow.
11 interruptions last night.
How many pre-birth?
I'm a light sleeper, and our son's a light sleeper. What's that?
How many pre-birth how many times did you get up in the middle of the night?
I got it after the...
Oh, but you don't
probably 1 or 2. 1 or 2 for the usual trip to the bathroom back.
11.
That's a lot.
I've been tracking how much I've been sitting down. So I feel like I never sit down. I've been sitting down on average 25 minutes a day.
That's it.
That's it.
We got a good 3 hours for you every day.
I know. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this 3 hours. I'm kidding. And usually it's when I'm like reading to the boys, because if KBN Nation remembers, they're 14 months now, twin boys and the newborn. So it's crazy. I feel like I'm moving all the time. And this is the one that's staggering. I'm changing and pacing to change 25 diapers a day.
You a lie. Between all 3 kids, 25 diapers a day?
I changed 11 before I left at noon this morning.
Oh,
I need
11 diapers.
I need you to change
What are you feeding those children?
25 diapers a day.
Damn!
That is.
Do babies pee that much?
Well. So the infant, we change him basically every feeding, every 2 or 3 hours.
Which makes sense.
And breast milk or even formula goes right through them. And then the boys take whatever normal is, like 6 to 7 diapers per day, double it, and that's the boys.
Wow,
that's the twins. 25 diapers a day. Our trash cans, the neighbors must judge us. You know how you put the trash can out and the lids can't go down at any given week.
Dude,
we create
another one.
waste.
You're going to need to get another one.
What do we
Another
do?
what?
Order another trash can.
I can't be rolling out 2 trash cans.
No, you have
Very
common. You have 3 infants. What do they do
25
with
diapers a day.
They just throw them into the fields and let the poop.
Did you know? So this is where I feel a little bit bad. Allegedly, diapers never decompose.
What do you mean you feel bad? Everybody does it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I am aware of how much our household is contributing to the pile of endless diapers.
Do you need more diapers?
Huh?
Do you need more diapers?
I mean, we always need more diapers. We're always low.
Stro.
We're always low.
Yeah.
Don't spend your money on Brad.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten anything yet.
Well, then spend some money on Brad. Unfortunately, whatever he can afford is 1 day worth of diapers.
25 a day.
25 a day.
That's
25
175 diapers a week. How
Yeah.
many diapers come in like a big box of diapers?
So we get like the 156 count.
So that doesn't even last a
We're
week.
getting it like every 5 days.
Oh my gosh.
And that's like $60
Per box.
Yeah, and that's just for the twins. I don't want to say his
Different
name.
sizes,
Well, you need
I'll get to it,
you
Will.
need to
You didn't
to-
prepare the statistics good enough.
You
We
need
need to
to-
know per diaper, per week, per price, per diaper.
Well, 25 a day is that's something right
You need to
there.
get them boys potty trained.
Yeah, dude, you're telling me. We are so desperate to now wanting to start to get we are wondering how early can we potty train an infant. We've
14
heard people
months is
potty
pretty
training
early,
like
isn't
at 9 months old. So we might try to do this.
No, they fall in a toilet. They're too small.
I know
You
get
give them
little baby toilets.
What do you know about children?
You're not
Nothing.
putting
Oh, yeah, you're right. My nieces have those toilets. I should know that.
a 9-month-old
man.
on an adult toilet.
Well,
They'll fall in.
Welcome back to Brad Nortman. I'm Kyle Brust and Nortman here, 800-990-3776. That's the Carbless talk and text line. And speaking of Carbless, Brad, I'm guessing that's what your 25 minutes of sitting contained?
Yes, it had to. I need it by the end of the day, my Carbless, and hits the spot every time, whether I'm watching the Brewers, their green and gold, or my alma mater, or just taking a minute when everything is quiet in the household at the estate. I'm enjoying a Carbless. And now's the time to do it because it's October baseball, and you're going to probably enjoy a Carbless alongside me tonight as you watch the Brewers take on the Cubs and continue their track toward the World Series. I love Carbless. You know that. It's no sugar. It's full on flavor. It's no carbs. It's just the right amount of carbonation to make it oh so refreshing. And everything inside that can, I trust. There's a flavor for everybody. One of the trips I made was to Costco. They've got the new margarita pack. It is unbelievable. Raspberry margarita, mango margarita, original margarita. I picked up 2 of those from Costco. It's so good. Less is more with Carbless. Enjoy one tonight as we cheer on the Brewers, KBN Nation.
I will be at game 2. Super pumped was at game 1. Go ahead for the cool.
Cool.
And it was electric inside of American Family
hey,
Field.
speaking of Carbless, real quick, sources indicate to me you had a little whoopsie a few times at game 1.
That's liquid gold, Ben. You got to be more careful with your Carbless.
I am a little bit of a klutz, some would say. But more importantly, I'm starting to get the feeling that I had on Friday for Saturday. But the good news is the game is tonight. The game is tonight. Game 2 is tonight. I do want to get right into your Milwaukee Brewers, everything Milwaukee Brewers next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
His career success rate was 51%. That's trash.
That is trash. That's really bad.
I'm Ricky Henderson in 1923. I want y'all to understand that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Students can't prepare for future jobs they don't know exist. At Junior Achievement, we help students meet their future selves. With the support of Manpower Group and volunteers from all walks of life, JA programs help young people explore careers, build resumes, and envision bold futures. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
At Citizens Bank, we believe banking is more than transactions. It's about being recognized and remembered. It's feeling like you're understood and supported along the way. It's the small stuff that says, we know you. Because when your bank gets you, banking just feels better. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/belong. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
Saturday, October 11th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Mentality is hosting a health fair at 2323 North Mayfair Road in Wauwatosa. Take a free cognitive test, the first of its kind FDA-approved brain health screening in just 10 minutes, and get labs with a donation. Plus amazing giveaways, and here's the best part. It all supports Ignite the Spirit, helping Milwaukee's firefighters and their families. Mentality clinics are backed by science and delivered with care. Mark your calendar for Mentality's Milwaukee Health Fair, Saturday, October 11th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Be there.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property, it's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal & Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof, it's where life happens. At Grimal & Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Truck crash? Call Gruber Offices. One call, that's all.
Homer for Window Nation. It's October, and if you've got old windows, that means you're back to dealing with chilly air seeping into your home. Eliminate annoying drafts once and for all with Window Nation in Milwaukee. This month, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free, plus pay nothing for 2 years. With the holidays coming up, it's a big deal, and they can do it so quickly. Don't miss out on free windows and 0 payments for 2 years with Window Nation, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Visit windownation.com before October 31st to get started.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Is it 8 o'clock yet? It is not, but we're going to help you get there as best we can on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Got the full crew. Brad Norton is back. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace and Stro running the show. You, as always, can see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And hit us on the Carbless talk and text line, 800-990-3776. This is more. There was something just so amazing about obviously the first 2 innings of the game on Saturday, but it just was a great sigh of relief to see in game 1, after everyone was talking about it, and whether they would have been playing great heading into the end of the season or worse than they were playing or right where they were playing, everyone would be saying, what are they going to look like? After 162 games, what will this team look like when they play baseball after a little bit of rest? And I tell you what, after the home run in the first inning, 3 pitches in, I was like, all right, the good news is I've seen this before. I had mentioned it on Friday, I believe, like being at the Dodgers game where Shohei went yard and the Brewers then still responded and won that game. But this response was different. To go double, 11-pitch Perkins at bat, like everything that they did was a reminder of how this team got to the number 1 seed. They still have work to do, but to see the response in which the way they played on Saturday after going down 1-0 in the top half, to have as electric of a bottom half of that inning as they did, 6 runs. I mean, it put all the is this the Brewers of the old or the past just away. They showed you who they've been all year, and they bounced right back.
Yeah, this team is so remarkably built. They are built in the image of Pat Murphy, and these guys, there's no quit in them. There's no blinking. There's no hesitation. And I'm not going to lie, as I watched it, that first home run got hit, and I was like, okay, they're in for a dogfight. Like, let's see how they respond. And to no surprise at all, they responded just not even just like a couple of guys coming through, but from top to bottom of the order, just guys stepping up to the plate literally and cracking the bat. And I was curious how this team would do in the postseason, because I don't know about you guys, but the scars from last year, they still feel a little bit fresh.
No.
And I think it's human nature for this team to have that in the back of their head, right? Because they did great all year. This team does feel different from past seasons, and there's just something different about the playoffs than from regular season. So I was curious, will this team play tight? Will they play with, the haunted ghost of Pete Alonso roaming around American Family Field? And they didn't. They didn't at all. And I think Pete who? That's right. So I think that it was important for this team to go out there, get that out of their system, and show that those are the past, that none of that is being dragged to the future, but that this team is ready for it, and that they learn from it. They can take each game one at a time, starting with Saturday, now into tonight. And I'm proud of how this team is so steady in big moments. It's not too big for them, and they show up. They showed up on Saturday.
Yeah, the great thing about that game is that after that first home run got hit, wasn't no worries. We had nothing to be worried about because
you went Hakuna Matata on us?
Man, listen, because this team has been resilient the entire year, and the way they responded should not be a surprise to anybody.
It was only a surprise. I wouldn't say it was a surprise, but it was great affirmation.
Yeah, it was great affirmation, but the thing is, that game was a lesson, and it also was a masterclass in knowing who the heck you are. We talk about the Green Bay Packers not having an identity. This baseball team had an identity, and they completely lived up to it on Saturday. You talked about the at-bats that they had, the hits that they had, the fact that they were able to generate all those runs without hitting a single home run. Mm-hmm. That is who the Milwaukee Brewers have been throughout the season. Bullpen came up great. And so for me, watching that game, it was beautiful to see, based off the playoff atmosphere, based off who they were going up against, based off the fact that Craig Counsell was on the other side, and watching Craig have to walk out to the mound in the first inning. Y'all saw the text message. I said that out loud. I said, get his ass up out of there, Craig. Go get him, Craig. But that level of intensity we like. And I heard there's a little quote out there from Craig talking about how Pat Murphy tells these boys not to swing. Guess what? They were swinging and swinging.
They jumped early.
They were swinging and swinging and swinging to the fact that he got 6 runs in the first inning, a Brewers record in a postseason game. It was incredible to watch. But this is the mentality that I love. These guys were off for almost a week, and they act like they were just hot and they were fresh and they were ready to go. So for me as a Brewers fan, this is extremely exciting. I can't wait for tonight's game, because game 2, this can be where the Milwaukee Brewers have a chance to pulverize them again. I have so much confidence in this team. They're not even calling him a starter. They're calling him the opener, right? They're calling Aaron Ashby the opener. I'm excited for anything and everything because I trust in what Pat Murphy does. If he makes a call, he believes this is the best way to approach it, then I trust in Pat Murphy and I trust in the team. And best to believe that this team believes in themselves, because what you saw on Saturday by being down 1-0 early in the way they responded, that is a team that did not flinch, and they will not flinch, and a team that is confident. And guess what, fellas? You saw the best team in baseball on Saturday. Show everybody why they are the best team in baseball. That was beautiful. Beautiful. And
everybody has a little bit of nerves going into the game, right? And one thing I loved about how the game unfolded was not only that they just slaughtered and manhandled the Chicago Cubs, but that everybody played a role. This team is not dependent on 1 or 2 superstars, right? It's not like, hey, we just got to get through the lineup until the 3 or 4 spot to be able to get on base. The fact that you go from top to bottom of the batting lineup and everybody got theirs, it gives you confidence going into game 2. It gives you confidence going into the series that, hey, it doesn't matter who's up. If it's first in the batting order or if you're 9th, you are good to go, that these guys are swinging with confidence, and that there's not an area of the lineup where like, oh, this is like a killer's row of stud hitters, but everybody can contribute and they all feel confident because they all got theirs on Saturday.
Jackson went 3 for 3 in the first 2 innings and had to come out the game.
Isn't that we were talking about that? Like,
incredible.
It has to be the first time. I didn't see a statistic come out of this, but I mean, to bat 3 times in 2 innings is, and then also to get all 3 hits was just mind-boggling.
So much for Jackson not playing well at the end of the season. Boy, that kid is so special. I told Mama, because I was telling everybody. I was like,
I told Mama.
I said, Mama, I know you saw the Brewers. She said, yeah. I said, you know that Jackson kid? Yeah, he got hurt. I said, he's 21. He's what? He's 21? That's crazy, man.
Like mother, like son. I mean, he's what?
No, I mean, it's so impressive that this kid is just like, oh, game time. Let's go. Here we go.
Brad,
it's amazing.
You did miss something from Kyle's mom while we were out because apparently we were getting after Alex Strofe a little too much.
Oh, no.
Leave Stro alone. Leave Stro alone.
That's Mama
Mrs.
Wallace.
Wallace coming to your defense.
What?
Stro?
That's not entertaining.
What's not?
Talking about him like that.
So I'm going to leave Strofe alone.
Yeah, leave Stro alone.
Stro, you need some strong women in your life to come to your defense, huh?
I would like to.
I love strong women.
I would like to give a little bit of a. I've compiled a bunch of nuggets, and I'll give credit where credit's due. Matthew S. here on Twitter X. Shota Imanaga in the second half of the season posted a 4.7 ERA. The Brewers in the second half had a 270 batting average against lefties, the best in baseball. Shota has also notoriously struggled pitching in Milwaukee, giving up 12 earned runs in 15 innings pitched. Just a nugget. They have to deliver. But I thought I'd drop that nugget in there.
If I was an opposing team, you talk about like struggling in Milwaukee. Dude, I wouldn't want to come to American Family Field and play. I mean, Ben, you were there. It looks like an environment that is just second to none.
It was 85-15, I think I know Gabe Neitzel said 90-10 Brewers to Cubs fans. I really have a hard time seeing that changing. Maybe 80-20, but I guarantee with what this team has done all year, with them getting the sellouts that they were getting in the back half of the season when school had started for day games, like the market is there for everyone in Wisconsin to have gobbled up as many tickets as possible, knowing that they don't want to sell a ticket to somebody that they may not know because they understand the value of being at the ballpark because they can witness something special. And that's the momentum that the Brewers and fans and everyone needs to continue to live by. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. UKB Nation, hit us on the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776. Unconditionally Relentless is presented by Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. It is time for the Wheel of Strofe. Coming up next. Wheel of Strofe.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're 92. It's,
Yeah.
I thought it was 93. You said 93.
almost 93.
When's his birthday?
May.
It's July.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
Outfit your crew. Your workforce is your brand. From uniforms to safety apparel, Alpha Custom Apparel helps you outfit your team with gear that looks sharp and works hard. We create durable, functional apparel that keeps your crew comfortable and confident on the job. No more digging through endless catalogs. We handle the details so you can focus on running your business. With fast turnaround, custom options, and friendly Midwest service, we make it easy to keep your team looking their best. Visit alphacustomapparel.com. Let's get to work.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no interest for 3 whole years. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run through the end of the 2025 season, with tee time starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package request early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Franklin High School's Josie Johnston. Johnston is a member of the Sabres women's golf team and sealed first team All-Southeast Conference honors with her first tournament victory this past week. Johnston shot an 86 at Rivermore Golf Club, including 3 birdies to take home first place honors for the first time in her career. Johnston also played a pivotal role in Franklin's WIAA Regional Championship, shooting a 93 at Brightondale. The Sabres finished 14 strokes ahead of second place Badger High School to win the regional and will now compete at sectionals with a chance to head to state on the line. Congrats to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Franklin High School's Josie Johnston. With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all, on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Just come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give. I want it.
We're going to do our best. That's my vow to you, to make it go as fast as possible so we can all get closer to 8:08 when first pitch arrives tonight at American Family Field for Game 2 of the NLDS. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. You got the whole show together. It's been 4 weeks. Felt like 4 months. So I got to remind everybody every time. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, and Brad Norton. Alex Strofe is running the show.
They tried to change the name of the show on you, just so you know.
Oh, excuse me. How easy we can be forgotten.
Had nothing to do with that.
That's probably my idea.
Brad,
What they want it to be? What'd you want it to be?
KBS.
Yeah.
KBS. Just like
I
that.
stood 10 toes
I
down
have
for
a
you.
baby. I welcome a soul into this world, and you want to kick me out for good.
Ungrateful.
That's right.
Ungrateful.
That's
they are.
right.
But I'm so happy you're back.
I was just going to say, I can hear Kyle be like,
so Kyle is much less cranky today. than he has been the last several
you're
weeks.
way more pleasant.
I'm a little tired from jury duty.
You were on jury duty?
You didn't even get called. They let you go half the day.
Bro, I had to be up so early.
How
for
early?
Jury duty. Ugh. I had to leave the house at like 7:15, so I was up.
That's not even right.
Yeah.
I was up at like
Woe
6.
is me.
And I stayed up late.
We have 3 radio stations in this building. All 3 of the morning shows had already started at 7:15.
Again, I said what I said. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired, man, from doing my civic duty today.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Milwaukee.
It's time for the
Wheel of Stro.
Did he squeeze in a "You're welcome, Milwaukee" there at the end?
If only I could share what he really thought about jury duty.
If I saw Kyle Wallace on the jury, I'd think, oh my goodness. Justice will be served.
Oh, Brad's back. Brad's back. Another day, another buckaroonie. It's time for the Wheel of Stro. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I've got a wheel. I'm going to spin it. If it lands on red, I've got to do push-ups. If it lands on any other color, we'll talk about any other thing. Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
The Wheel of Unoriginality.
Good spin.
Yeah, while you've been gone, I've had to teach all of them what to say. It's been awful.
Blue.
Blue for how I was feeling as Brad was gone.
Beautifully said, Stro. Beautifully.
Stro, that's not true. I mean, Brad, that's not true. Stro really wanted to take your spot.
It doesn't surprise me whatsoever. I mean, Strofe is kind of...
He's trying to Wally Pip you.
Yeah, I could feel it. I mean, I saw so many clips that we put out that had Alex Strofe as the lead man. I said, oh, my goodness, look at Alex Strofe.
Yeah, it hurt our algorithms. We need you back, Bradley.
Who's that athletic guy showing up again?
Speaking of Bradley, I was doing some digging. So when I put together, we hear the montages I make at the beginning of the show. I often go through different periods of our show just to hear what we were saying way back when. Back on April 1st, the Brewers were 0-4.
Oh, he's panicking.
The Brewers were 0-4. And we debuted something we called Brewers Math.
Brewers Math.
We did that early?
Yes.
Brad.
I was at the home opener talking with somebody in our area.
We were talking to
Jared,
Captain
Captain Jared.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is the equivalent of being down in the first quarter
It changed
of game one.
Brewers Math changed my
But
life.
hold on, Brad, on April 1st,
Yep.
you said this.
Crazy.
It does, because I recall that year when the Green Bay Packers played, I believe, in Jacksonville against the Saints.
Very
and
good.
they played horrible.
Horrible.
And that's the full game, not just halftime. And they went on and were the number 1 seed and were just fine. So it does make me feel better because the baseball season starts out with a lot of fanfare, a lot of excitement.
Bad cut by me, but
essentially, Brewers Math was taking the 17-game NFL schedule, dividing it by 162, making 9.5 baseball games, 1 full NFL game. And at that point, the Brewers were only 0-4. They hadn't been to halftime of their first NFL game. And you're using the perspective of in week 1, they got blown out and then ended up being the number 1 seed.
Just like that. I have never been more validated in my life. I'm the Brewers guy. I'm the Brewers guy on the show now.
Go right ahead,
It's
Brad.
clear. I'm the Brewers guy. I called it number 1 seed. How about that? Brewers Math changed my life. It really does. I look at everything completely different now. I'm not sure how playoffs work.
What was the record?
do you think if you had your son prior to Brewers Math,
He'd
it would
still
have
be
gone
saying
any
that?
differently?
Did your son?
Do you think Brewers Math changed how you are a father?
It did. I view it all differently now. It's all categorized
You know what,
differently in my
I'm just
brain.
gonna cut you off before you say
These
something
25
bad.
diapers he changes a day is really.
I'm already 11 in today.
You're only what, like down 3-0 in the first quarter of an NFL season.
Oh, there you go, Brad. We're back.
Push-ups.
Push-up. He's gotten better.
Well,
at least,
okay.
right?
Well, you had a lot to say, and we probably didn't get to hear it all. So I'll do push-ups. Strofe will do push-ups. Kyle will sit here and do nothing like he normally does, and you get the floor.
Okay, well, what else is there to talk about?
Who did you miss the most?
Who did I miss the most? Of course I miss Kyle Wallace the most.
My man!
Of course I miss
shut
Kyle
up
Wallace.
and do your push-up.
We got Ben Brust who's slandering me, of course, and talking about how can I not be able to name my son. We got Strofe looking to take my spot, and Kyle Wallace is the only one that's applauding me, trying to hold down my spot here as the N on KBN.
Listen, I was trying to hold you down 10 toes down, brother.
You know
I missed you.
Sometimes I get on Kyle Wallace for being too loyal. He's too loyal to the Packers, but he's also loyal to me and this show, and that loyalty came through, and I feel Kyle Wallace.
Stro!
Thank God. That was annoying.
I needed that.
You guys need a room?
That'd be great.
Look at him. Look at him.
Gosh darn it.
Again. Have these guys gotten any better at push-ups?
I have. Yes.
He's not really, but you're back and now they're doing push-ups. What else is on your mind, Brad?
How many push-ups are they doing now?
Brad, I think Strofe is doing 10 to 15. I think Ben is doing 20 push-ups.
20 push-ups. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good.
Anything else hot off your mind? Packers. Wow, you missed all four first games. The emotional roller coaster.
I did. I'm not panicking about the Packers. We're going to get to the Packers, but I'm not panicking. I feel like when we're...
You're not panicking. You texted, this is some of the worst game situation management I've ever seen in my life.
That's true. I did text that, and I stand by that. But I think I needed to go through that to be able to wake up a little bit. Rasheed Walker saying this team's going to go 17-0 after week 2. They needed to get humiliated and humbled. And that's exactly what they did.
Kyle's
So I
boy
actually feel better
Sheed.
about it.
It is my boy Sheed.
You glad he said that?
Everyone
Yeah,
becomes his boy.
Why would I care if
we're
somebody
learning.
said I'm going to go 17-0? And then
Right after Sheed said that, we talked about it on Sunday Karma, and Kyle just kept going, my boy Sheed.
I love Rasheed Walker.
My boy Sheed.
Nothing like loving the 15th to 18th best left tackle in the NFL.
He loves everyone.
Christian Watson's dad would say different, but he's back.
I will say the one
3
bet
weeks, baby.
that we were like, oh, you can't miss is Josh Jacobs over 1,050 yards. I still feel pretty good about that bet, but they got to get the running game going a little bit. That
It was
is one
going
thing.
against the Cowboys.
Did you do 24 touchdowns with Jordan Love?
I did.
Boy,
I did that.
cash out.
Oh, the boys are back.
Did you cash out your win the NL Central?
I did. I did.
Whoa. I don't care about your money. Wait a second.
When did that
You
guy do
came to
that?
Potawatomi Sportsbook and didn't let us know you were nearby
I
to cash a ticket?
I did.
Oh, you took the boys with you, go cash
So it's actually funny. So on Thursday night, it's a crazy first week back to real life for me. On Thursday night, alongside Bank 5-9, I'm hosting a gala. I'm an MC at a gala on Thursday night for Blessings in a Backpack. Blessings in a Backpack. This is great. I'll tell you all about it later. But
Do you know how to MC an event?
It's my first time ever. It's my first time ever.
They were desperate, huh?
But I've already written my speech. I kind of give a speech, the intro, and I feel so good about it.
Did you put some comedy in there? You making jokes?
Yeah, and I talk about you guys a little bit.
Oh, wow.
There's one drop in on the show. It's going to be a good, but-bum joke. It's going to kill the crowd. The crowd's going to laugh. They're going to love it. They're going to love it.
have
It's
doubts.
It's going to make
Can
me
we come?
relatable. It's going to be great.
Record it.
Okay, I'll record it.
Can we come?
You can buy a ticket to support the organization. But yeah, right from Thursday's show, I'm going right to MC this gala.
How is Lexi allowing this to happen?
We got babysitter after babysitter. You can't be left alone with our kids at home. You cannot have one person.
Do you have one babysitter or two?
We have one, and then we've got a roster of grandparents.
What did the babysitter
roster of grandparents.
Is there a depth chart of grandparents?
There's no doubt. It's all about availability. That's all it is. It's all about availability.
best ability,
But
sure.
anyway, we had our final, okay, this is what the gala's going to look like, and this is your role and your role. So that was all, down in this area. So I'm like, great. I'm going to leverage that. I'm going to swoop into Potawatomi. I'm going to cash my ticket. So I did that right beforehand, and it felt so good, Kyle. It felt so good. But I did. It was the closest I ever was to the show. Let's see. It wasn't during the showtime, so I don't feel too bad about it. Who knows where you guys were on that
I
day.
have questions on this gala, but we got all week.
Yeah, we got a lot to unpack out of Brad.
Yeah, MC and a gal. Little old me.
Looking forward to being an American Family Field, and they can also help you protect a lot in your life.
Yeah, just like a great team needs great protection, American Family Insurance, they know your family needs it too. That's why they make your life better by protecting your dreams with outstanding home and auto policies. All you have to do is simply go to amfam.com today. Go to amfam.com today, and you can get a quote right there. If you're sick of whatever policy that you have and you're looking to get a new one, I have the solution for you. That is American Family Insurance. Visit amfam.com today to find an agent near you or get a quote instantly online. And always remember, insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Visit amfam.com today to get a quote or find an agent near you.
We're all together. Kyle's very happy to have Brad Nortman back. The Brewers play at 8:08 tonight. Aaron Ashby is your opener against Shota. Thank God, not Shohei. Have to see him maybe next. Shota Imanaga. Love starting the lefty, even if it's the opener, into hopefully Quinn Priester. We will dive into a whole lot more with you till 5 o'clock next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I'm about being young, wild, and free.
No, you're not.
I'm about
You're not young, wild, and free.
Yeah,
I am
You're
young.
not
You're
young,
not
wild,
that.
and free.
I am
Every time I ask you to do
Wild.
something, I check with a girlfriend.
Wait, why are you taking so, why you going personal? Why you gotta talk about business?
What if
I can still be free with a lady.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
But they didn't go anywhere. And when they don't go anywhere, it opens up the possibility that they could be back.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Norton here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
May I help you? I just wanted to request a late checkout, please.
Of course. That's $30 per hour for up to 4 hours.
Huh. Okay, but if you can offer a late checkout, then that probably means no one is staying in that room. So if it's empty, maybe I can just stay a few extra hours.
Oh, aren't you adorable?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. That means you're invited to save big on this season's top designer looks at prices you'll love. Like an extra 30% off Calvin Klein, Steve Madden, Hugo Boss, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty and fragrance from Estee Lauder, Lancome, and so many others. This only happens a few times a year. Don't miss the Fall VIP Sale. Today, only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Wisconsin Badgers men's basketball is heading to Milwaukee this December when they play in the Milwaukee Hoops Showdown on Friday, December 19th at Pfizer Forum. The Badgers will tangle with Villanova at 7 p.m. with UW-Milwaukee and South Dakota State starting the action at 4 p.m. Two marquee men's basketball games, one exciting event at Pfizer Forum. Make plans and get your tickets now at PfizerForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Tickets are now available at PfizerForum.com/showdown.
Looking to heat up a career in HVAC? Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling in Milwaukee is now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Family owned and operated, Dick & Trough offers competitive wages, a 401k match, health insurance benefits, and a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. This is more than a job. It's a chance to grow with a company that truly values its people. Apply now to become their newest team member at dickandtrough.com. Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling. Come see the difference. Apply at dickandtrough.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
From the suburbs that you wanna
Dave from Aaron chimes in on the Carbless talking text line. Brad, congratulations on the child. We missed the responsible, level-headed aspect of the show.
Thank you.
Kyle's like, I agree.
Yes, facts.
Every friend group needs a little bit of a stabilizing force, or else there's no telling where they're going to go.
I'm glad we didn't get canceled or suspended while you were gone.
Yeah.
There's
Me
one
too.
pending right now. Upstairs, they're talking about it right now.
I mean, listen, I didn't do nothing. I know that. I've been clean.
Foxhole guy, Kyle Wallace.
I don't know what y'all doing, dude.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strove's running the show. UKBN Nation, as always, at the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776. Lists is more. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. What are you giggling over there at, Strove?
Just KBN Nation making me crack up, that's all.
Yes. Thumbs up or thumbs down on reading that one?
I'm going to give you the thumbs down on the air.
Okay.
You should definitely read it off the air.
Sounds good. Let's get to our Bradley Nortman again. Not about the baby, but you bleed red, not just because it's your blood color, like
Very
all
good.
of us.
Very good, Ben.
But because you were a Wisconsin Badger. And here we are heading into finding out that again. Yes, 2:30 when they play Ohio State on CBS. National television. 2:30. Ohio State, everybody. Yeah.
Here we go. Welcome in the number one
Glad they keep
Buckeyes.
letting me know when national TV and big primetime networks get to see the Badgers in the state they're in.
Yeah, it's the other show I've been missing is Wisconsin College Game Day. So I've been losing my opportunity to vent and discuss the Wisconsin Badgers. So I just look at this team and this culture. And I tweeted something when they were losing to Maryland, and then they ended up losing to Maryland, is that what took 30 years to build has been destroyed in 3 years, and it went viral of sorts. But I think it's something that resonates with how fans are feeling. It's how I'm feeling, because it's hard to build an annual. They weren't contenders every year, but they were in the mix. They were winning half their games, and don't
you mean a respectable football program?
Yeah, respectable football, but not a doormat of the Big Ten, because that's what this team is right now. They're the doormat of the Big Ten. They're the worst team in the Big Ten. UCLA beating Penn State was the worst thing that could happen for the Wisconsin Badgers, because now if you look at the standings on ESPN.com, what I'm looking at, they're at the bottom, right next to Rutgers and Purdue, and at least Rutgers and Purdue have some teams when they play the MAC teams, at least they're beating them by 30 points, not struggling with them the whole game. So this Wisconsin team has lost their culture. They've lost their toughness, and it's resonating now to the fans where there's really nothing to get excited about on Saturday. So to me, as I reflect on this whole Luke Fickell tenure with the Wisconsin Badgers,
experiment,
it is the greatest overpromise, underdeliver of my lifetime. I mean, it really is.
Oh, wow.
If he would have walked in and said, listen, this isn't going to be easy.
They've said that about you before.
It's going to, oh, wow, how about that?
Did you miss that?
He has been just waiting. He's been waiting for 4 weeks to just drop it. How can I just bar Brad a little bit?
Something wrong with him, ain't it? Something wrong with him.
It is. The greatest overpromise and underdeliver, because if you guys remember the launch, and we're going to be competing for championships, and that's why Luke Fickell's coming in here, is for championships. What we've done in the past is not good enough. We've never been further away in my lifetime from what was discussed. So to me, and don't give me the old the old Big Ten West, and it was easier back then. The Badgers are proving they can't even beat Maryland, right? We're struggling with easy non-conference opponents to actually beat them in like dominating fashion. So this team has descended far to where I'm not sure it can be altered under this regime. I just don't know if it can. I don't have a whole lot of hopes. And if they win one more game the rest of the season, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to win another game the rest of the season. Who? We can't beat a team like Michigan, which obviously Michigan was ranked, but I'm sure they were looking at us like, it's a cakewalk. And we
They basically just showed up.
You said what?
All they had to do was show up.
Who, Michigan?
Yeah, I'm not saying they had to play. They had to be on the field.
They
just needed to put 11 guys on offense, defense, and special teams, and they were going to find a way to win.
We're going to play Iowa on Saturday, and we're going to get boat raced by Iowa, and we're all going to be sitting here looking like, what in the world? Like, where do we go from here? What is this? There's no hope. They give me no hope whatsoever. Like, the fact that UCLA can pull off an upset over Penn State, but when we look at games against Iowa, we're just hoping maybe we can compete with Iowa. Maybe we can upset Michigan. This is crazy. UCLA, I don't believe they won a game. That was their first win of the season against Penn State.
They fired their head coach, I'm sure.
They did weeks ago. And so now, and then after we get probably shellacked by Iowa at home, then we're going to get shellacked by Ohio State, shellacked by Oregon, shellacked by Washington, and then we just going to get shellacked by Indiana, shellacked by Illinois.
Shellacked. So that's a lot of shellacking.
And then we're going to have hope. Well, if you want some hope, like, at least this is how low we've gotten. We're going to go against Minnesota last week of the season and say, well, at least we can get something by winning the Axe. Winning the Axe is our Super Bowl now.
Do you know who the Super Bowl that was for 18 years?
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Now it's our Super Bowl.
I never thought in my lifetime the Badgers would win 2 or 3 games over the course of a whole season. Now, they can still surprise us, maybe, but I always thought, you know what? Never will they fall below 5 wins, 6 wins. It's a very real prospect. In fact, a likely prospect that they're only going to win 2 or 3 games this season. I never thought I would see that in my lifetime. I thought that the low water mark was so high that they would never be among the true bottom teams of the Big Ten.
I'm I'm glad you got it off your chest. I mean,
I needed that. I feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, I got off my chest a while ago where I'm just living in like in Brewers land right now, where like everything I'm just like I'm all about the Brewers.
Yeah,
even when we were at the game and we had a TV in our area and we turned the game on, and I don't think I looked right out of interest, other than to see like what the score was. Like you know the inevitable, especially when like I'm so glad I didn't. I was gonna be like, oh. They're giving me something good to say, so maybe I should say it. They scored a touchdown on the first drive. And I was like, no, don't do it, Ben.
That was smart, Ben.
Don't do it.
What they did was they just took the whole bye week, said, let's create a scripted drive that we all feel great about. Let's go down the field and score a touchdown. They did that. It was all scripted. And then you go unscripted. Talent takes over. Culture, toughness take over, and then they didn't do much the rest of the game.
They covered.
Coaching takes over.
They covered 17.5 or 16.5, whatever it was. They covered.
They sure did.
Good for you guys.
Look, I just reached out to the Princeton Club because you know what I was like. I love that they have something for everybody, and I was like, I think I need some tennis in my life. So gonna go play some tennis next week over at the Princeton Club. They have personal training. They have just about everything you need. Not just about. They do have everything you need to help find your better tomorrow. No goal is too small or too big. Just get a tour, and you're going to love the Princeton Club. Clean health clubs, open 24/7, free childcare with the membership, and you have the Madison locations. You have New Berlin, and they will help you create a foundation for your fitness journey so you can have a better tomorrow. So check out the Princeton Club, and we're back in 2 short minutes. Brewers! 2 minutes next.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Donate today and get a $100 Quick Trip gift card. Learn more at rawhide.org/donate.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The Green and Gold enjoyed the weekend off with their bye week, coming off the heels of the 40-40 tie with the Dallas Cowboys. This weekend, the Packers will return to Green Bay to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's what head coach Matt LaFleur had to say on what he's looking for out of his team this week.
And I don't expect us to play our best football in September. We've got to get better. Are we disappointed we're not better? Absolutely. But I still think even in the 2 games that we won, I don't think we've put together a full game of complimentary football.
Kickoff on Sunday will be at 3:25 at Lambeau Field. With your Green and Gold fix, I'm Will Summers.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Do you want to bank without the fuss? For easy banking, rely on us. In person, online, or with the Tri-City app. Your banking can be done just like that. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
I'm itching for the game.
Man.
Does anyone else feel this way?
It's Cubs Brewers. That's going to be, as good as it gets.
2-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit to right. Back is Frelick. He's at the wall, and Bush
hits a leadoff home run to give the Cubs a 1-0 lead.
What does undaunted mean?
Not intimidated or discouraged by difficulty, danger, or disappointment.
Here's the pitch. Drops down, a line drive down the right field line. That'll score Chourio. Terang into second base. Back-to-back doubles, and we're tied 1-1. Line drive left center. That one's headed towards the gap, and into the gap it goes. Terang will score. Contreras slides into second. It's 2-1 Milwaukee. Perkins line drive back up the middle of base.
What a great at-bat.
One will score. Frelick goes to third. It's 4-1. Blake Perkins delivers on the 11th pitch of the at-bat. Swinging a bouncer at third base. Shaw knocks it down. Throw across the diamond is going to be late. 3 for 3 for Jackson Chourio. It's 9-1. 2-2 is on the way home. Rolled to first. It's a fair ball. Bowers has it. Takes it to the bag. And game one belongs to the Brewers. 9-3 the final score. Freddie Peralta picks up his first career postseason win.
Let the good times roll. Oh, won't you let the good times roll?
Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Walsh and Brad Nortman. Stro's running the show. He put that together for all of you, and look forward to putting together something just as fun after tonight. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. List is more. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. 8:08 first pitch. Aaron Ashby is your opener. Shota Imanaga is the starter. Every game's a big one in the playoffs, folks. Every game is a big one. Bradley, do you look at me like I'm crazy? Like it's pretty bland statement when it comes to the playoffs.
No, it's true. I mean, playoff baseball, I'm a football guy, right? But boy, playoff baseball sure is fun. Every
It's
game
different.
is so great. It is an adrenaline rush. And when I look at this game, the adrenaline rush that's going to happen tonight, if and when the Milwaukee Brewers win tonight, guys, the series is over. The series is OBER over. There's no way you're telling me that this Milwaukee Brewer team would go 2-0 over the Cubs, and they wouldn't be able to win one of the 3 final games. There's no chance about it. And here's why. This team...
Ooh, there's a why.
There's a why. Of course there's a why. There's always a little bit of stats, a little bit of logic behind my statements.
We were missing numbers and logic.
This team thrives on momentum. The multiple double-digit win streaks throughout the season, they thrive on momentum. So you win on Saturday. You win tonight at American Family Field. You got all that momentum going into actual Wrigley Field, not this crap Wrigley Field North. And they're going to bring that momentum into a team like the Chicago Cubs that also embody their manager. Craig Counsell, good for you, Craig Counsell, for getting the Cubs to here, but they sort of embody him, right? A little bit mopey, a little bit, aw shucks when they're losing, but not this Brewers team. Not only that, if things go according to plan tonight, I'm reading the tea leaves, and Ben, correct me if I'm wrong here, Aaron Ashby takes the mound. Quinn Priester, long relief. You got a bullpen that's well rested.
Very good,
for the rest
Bradley.
of the week. So we got a rested bullpen, and you're going to exhaust the Cubs bullpen. The bats are hot. They'll continue to be hot. And not only that, guys, Milwaukee Brewers, throughout the regular season, best team in the major leagues with the away record. I'm not scared to go to Wrigley Field at all and go ahead and get a win. If the Brewers win tonight, go up 2-0. All you got to do is get one win over the next 3 games. Easy money. My eyes start looking
Ooh, I don't
toward,
like the easy money thing because you're bad with the easy money stuff.
Start looking to the Dodgers and Phillies series. That's where I'm going to start looking.
So slow down.
You've been gone for 4 weeks.
Grab the walk, okay? You need to hold on now because I'm excited with you, right? Like today is a big game. I believe the Brewers are going to go up 2-0 tonight, but we got to slow down. And like Pat Murphy has talked, we got to take this not just one game at a time, not just one day at a time, one pitch at a time. You got to slow down and focus on who this team is. And Brad, you must remember, despite the fact that the Brewers are the best team in baseball, there's still people who don't believe in this baseball team. So the Milwaukee Brewers should not ever get overly confident. They should focus on who they are, and they should take it one pitch at a time. Don't look ahead. If they win tomorrow or if they win tonight, guess what? Looking ahead to Wednesday to have us take care of business. I'm not focused on trying to, we need the series is over. Hell no, it's not over until it's over. Remember Kobe said it's
Powerful.
not done. It's not done.
Job's not finished.
It's not yet. What are we doing? So, Brad, we need to have this approach. Listen, this team is different. This year is different. Saturday showed you that this team, they focus on it one pitch at a time and ask the Chicago Cubs
Not just Saturday, all year.
They have.
That's why I was so happy to see that they had some time off, and I wasn't like there was always a little bit of worry about what are you going to look like. But the way that they played baseball for 162 games, the way that we've read Christian Yelich about the leadership, and Christian Yelich talking about it doesn't have to be anyone putting the team on their back. Somebody is always there to step up. Could be someone different every game. Caleb Durbin talking about if you're going to go to play baseball against the Milwaukee Brewers, you better be ready to go to war for 9 innings. Every pitch, every at-bat is going to be a grind for you. And I love that they got their mental break to prepare for their next war. Well, they're in battle number 1, and there's a lot more battles to win. Battle number 2 is tonight, and that's where my focus is. But if you do want to talk about what does excite me from how game 1 played out and how the Cubs have traditionally won games this year, it's been through their power. And they can show that power today, absolutely. But as it gets into October and it's a little bit cooler and the winds blow in at Wrigley Field, guess who manufactures runs better than any team in baseball? The Milwaukee Brewers. They don't need to hit home runs. They didn't need to hit home runs on Saturday to put up the numbers that they did. They just continue to stay locked in every pitch, every at-bat. So I love your confidence, and part of me wants to agree with you, but I can't do it for a team that has never won a World Series yet.
They look like a team on Saturday that was itching to play. You talk about itching to watch the game. That looked like a baseball team, a whole bunch of young guys that love to play baseball and could not wait to get out there to do and play the thing that they love, and it showed.
And they each had moments. Everyone had the moment.
Everybody got on base.
That's insane.
Every starter got on base. That's an incredible and monumental thing for the Milwaukee Brewers to have.
I felt bad for Alex Stroh because he wanted to celebrate his guy Salvatore, but he was the only one who kind of dinked one. Was that ruled an error? I believe it was.
It was either an error or fielder's choice. Regardless, he still scored a run. We're fine.
Yeah, I know. I just your guy was the one. And again, that's the beauty of today. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? You don't have to say it's got to be this guy. No one has to go into the night's game and saying this guy has to do X, Y, or Z. From a pitching standpoint, you can maybe look at that a little bit more like, hey, if we can get Ashby to get the lefties, like is Craig Counsell going to still put Michael Busch, excuse me, I don't want to say Matthew Bush. That was a big Freudian slip. Michael Busch at the top of the lineup, and you got a lefty here. Freudian slip.
Yeah, he likes that.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah,
one a
you
lot.
still don't even know what a Freudian slip is, though.
Yeah, well, we're going to move on from that because Aaron Ashby, lefty, is he going to put Michael Busch number 1 in the lineup? There's a chess match to all of this, and I love every second of what the Brewers have a potential to do tonight.
Well, that's why even with Jackson Chourio, with that, whatever the extent of that hamstring injury, we don't know. Most seasons, I'd be freaking out. It's like, this is our guy who is our primary gamer in moments and a rising young star for the Milwaukee Brewers. But this team is so complete, right? From top down, particularly in the batting lineup, that I'm not freaking out. I still have the same amount of confidence. I'd always choose to have Jackson Chourio in the lineup. My confidence level would be marginally higher. But without him, I'm not sitting here thinking, how are we possibly going to be able to beat the Cubs? One of the best streaks that this team had was without Jackson Chourio. It just seems like when there's a little bit of a void, everybody rises to the occasion. And I have no doubts that's going to happen over these next several games.
Yeah, these games are just exciting. I'm ready tonight is just about how special is this team.
Will Kyle stay up for all 9 innings?
Oh, I'll stay up for all these games. I'll be fine. Mr. Oktoberfest is buzzing anybody, huh?
Oh, what do you mean? What's Mr. Oktoberfest?
Yeah,
is that his new personality?
No, how was watching the game on? I'm sure you watched the game from like a bar in comfort of maybe your home where you're able to see.
I did
locked
watch,
in.
So I started watching the game at Oktoberfest at the Summerfest ground.
Oh, you were in that big a public. Oh, would you have front row seat, right? You can see everything, right?
I was the frontest row you could be at the U.S. Cellular stage, yes.
Oh.
Though they had it gated off, but they had it on the big screen there, so I was there for like the first 3 innings.
Oh, and then what
about your friend you brought in town? You forced him to stand by a
was there
gate?
too? No, we weren't standing. We had a picnic table. I was sitting sideways on the picnic table, very uncomfortable. And then I took an Uber to a bar, and we got there for the 5th inning.
Oh, did the Uber turn on the Brewers game?
Oh, yeah. He was listening to the FM translator, 103.3.
94.5 HD2 is what I can easily get to as well. A lot of ways to listen to
I think
Milwaukee Brewers baseball.
that's the same, but it's new cars that it's different.
Yes.
Okay.
You can do both.
I drive a 2012, so I don't know how any of that stuff works.
I'm just letting people that they can get the
He's
Brewers
a
in
radio
many
guy.
ways.
He's a radio signal guy.
100.5 ESPN Madison, if you're listening, we'll have that
Madison's home,
on you. On you. We'll have that for you.
On you.
We'll have that on you.
We'll have that on you.
That will be playing on 100.5 ESPN Madison. Make sure you stream Brewers baseball as well if you need to on the WTMJ app. I mean, look, get me to 808. Get me to 808.
Yeah, again, I'm just waiting for the time to go. That's the great thing about being at work. I have to be here. I love talking to KBN Nation, and guess what? By the time I get to the crib, eat dinner, guess what? Sit down. It's time for Brewers baseball.
Yeah. Just trying to think here. How do I pass the time?
I will say, it's the perfect first pitch for a father, right? I'm thinking about all this, like the boys will be down, baby's going to be slept. I can be able to focus fully on it. During that 1 o'clock, it was tough to watch.
Chaos.
All the chaos.
In the Nortman estate.
That's
Why don't you
right.
say, hey, sit down and watch the Brewers now?
That's right. That's right.
Let
That's
the boy
focus.
crying, baby, Nortman.
You see how the hips right there, son? You see that right there? Embody that.
Hey, the boys should be watching.
That's right. They're
Leave
pretty
them
locked
one
in.
day.
They're pretty locked in. We watch some football here and there.
Oh,
Not the Badgers.
I bet they
Don't
No,
commit to the Badgers.
Don't do
that. You see that? Don't do that.
They don't need to see those losing football.
We will have Jason Wilde joining us next, and actually quite a bit of news over at Lambeau Field. Christian Watson practicing.
Yeah.
Saying he feels 100% at practice, wants to knock the rust off, probably doesn't play against the Bengals. He's in his 21-day window here. So let's get to Jason Wilde on the latest and greatest with the Green Bay Packers, who are 13.5-point favorites against the Browns coming up this Sunday. Jason Wilde.
Not the Browns.
The Bengals. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach.
Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Starting off with some delays along southbound 894 coming out of the Zoo interchange pretty much all the way down to Lincoln, so give yourself that extra time there. We've got eastbound 94 tightening up just a bit between Mitchell Boulevard and 35th Street. Southbound on 43 backing up just a little bit from Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring. 4394 southbound's also slow off the high-rise bridge all the way down to the KK River. Traffic is brought to you by Dick & Schroff Heating and Cooling, now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Join a winning positive team culture that sets them apart. Apply today at dickandschroff.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, on and off showers and storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 55. Tomorrow, slight chance for morning showers, then increasing sunshine with a high of 66. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This year, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Keep it to WTMJ as the Brewers fight their way to a pennant throughout the run of the playoffs. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Narrow Spine Center of Wisconsin and by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. It's October, and this is when the weather really starts to shift. The mornings are crisp, and the evenings are cooler. And right now, with Universal Windows Direct, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit. And to make it even easier, you'll get 0% financing for 3 years. Receive an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. Call 414-410-2000 or visit UniversalWindowsDirect.com to book your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
The Green and Gold enjoyed the weekend off with their bye week, coming off the heels of the 40-40 tie with the Dallas Cowboys. This weekend, the Packers will return to Green Bay to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's what head coach Matt LaFleur had to say on what he's looking for out of his team this week.
And I don't expect us to play our best football in September. We've got to get better. I'm more worried about getting better each and every game. Are we disappointed we're not better? Absolutely. But I still think even in the 2 games that we won, I don't think we've put together a full game of complementary football.
Kickoff on Sunday will be at 3:25 at Lambeau Field. With your Green and Gold fix, I'm Will Summers.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Why Z-Bart? Because you have a manly truck that you do manly things with. And you don't want the truck bed getting all beat up. You want Rhino Liner by Z-Bart to keep your truck bed man-proof. So man up and ask for Rhino Liner by Z-Bart.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the Bog.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run through the end of the 2025 season, with tee time starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package request early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm going to enunciate the way I normally would as a nerdy fellow that I am.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
You know, you should be confident. You should be feeling yourself.
Holding everybody accountable.
I'm not saying you should be necessarily mad at him, but he bears some responsibility.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Yeah, I don't want to do this for 3 more hours either, so we're good then.
Join Jason Wilde next summer and explore the British landscapes in England, Scotland, and Wales. Text travel to 800-990-3776 or visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for full details.
Jason Wilde joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and I can say the full name of the show and not have to say it's Ben, it's Kyle, it's Ben, it's Stro, it's Ben, Kyle, and Brad. Jason, welcome into the show.
Hi, guys. How are you? Welcome back, Papa Brad.
Thanks, Jason. Come back a brand new man after welcoming our son into the world. So it's good to be back. Lexi is holding down the fort, the estate, excuse me, all the way back there. So I get to sit back, relax, and talk some sports while she is white-knuckling it with all the kids over there.
Kyle, Benjamin, is that what you went with the name? Kyle
Benjamin Strofe Nortman.
What a name.
KBS.
No, you're definitely not using Strofe. Come on.
Not even Strofe.
You don't want that
Alexander,
anti-athleticism in
Jason
there.
Wilde Nortman? What about how does the sound of that one flow off your tongue?
You know, Jason, as we established on Wilde and Tausch, it had its heyday in the 70s when I got it, but nobody's naming their kids Jason anymore. Just like nobody's naming their kids, as Tausch says, Ruth. But yeah, hey, you never know.
Hey,
maybe it'll make a comeback.
My grandma's name was Ruth.
That's the entire point.
Jason,
you thinking about Ruth for a future baby?
Middle name, maybe.
Jason,
exactly.
You were blessed with 2 wonderful girls. If you had a boy, would you name him, Jason Wilde Jr.?
No. If we had been blessed with a boy, it was going to be Alec Stephen, with the middle name for my best friend from high school, and then we never reached that level. So no, I was almost. So my great-grandfather, grandfather, and father on my dad's side were all Henry Thomas, and so, which I don't use any of that information in any of my personal logins or anything, so don't worry about that. But I was almost Henry IV.
Wow, it sounds like a king.
Like, exactly, which would have been horrible. Can you imagine how I would have been bullied on the playground? Oh, here comes the prince. Yeah, no.
Walking into media availability with Bisaccia and Wilde, or in Wilde and LaFleur.
Which your nickname would have been Quattro?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. Thank God I didn't have to find out.
Jason Wilde joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Christian Watson sounds like he's pretty happy with how practice went today. Based off your vibe and feeling, what do you think an appropriate timeline is to actually see him on the field for a game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I never say anything absolutely. That's the guy that's on the air from 5 to 6's job. But and by the way, Homer, I believe, has done away with 100% and 0% at my admonishment, so I'm very excited about that. But I would say this: he obviously has made a ton of progress in 9 months, which is phenomenal. But once you've gotten this close to the finish line, I know there's a temptation to sprint, right? I would recommend being more cautious than that. But again, I'm not a doctor. So if they deem him ready after Wednesday, Thursday, Friday practices, that would be really, really impressive. I would think that they would want to do it at home, and that's part of the problem here. Because after this, they have back-to-back road games again, Arizona and Pittsburgh. So I'm not ruling it out. I guess I would be mildly surprised. But he told us he felt like he was 100% today. Now, again, it was a shells practice. It certainly wasn't high intensity. I assume they're going to be in pads on Wednesday. That's what Zach Tom was telling me because I asked him. Because both him and Aaron Banks practiced as well.
That's all good news.
Yeah, but again, I'm not trying to be a dark cloud on that, but yeah, it's great. It's great because they have their bye week. But what sucks is that they have their bye week in week 4, which doesn't really help you when you get to week 13 or 14, and you're really wishing that you had had a break more recently. So
yeah, I guess I'm confused about the whole oblique thing. Is that just pain tolerance at this point through the rest of the year?
No, I mean, I think he can still do. I think he, as I understand it, and again, I'm not
Zach Tom, obviously,
a doctor. Yeah, it's a strain or tear in your oblique muscles, which are basically on the sides of. I mean, some of us are guts, others on the sides of your abs. But yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think he can tear it again. I do think pain tolerance is part of the equation, but I also think that he said it felt really good today. But of course it did. He didn't do anything all week, right? Yeah. He didn't play last week. The concern and he basically said, look, I have to because I got to talk to him for 2 minutes today. He said the thing he's got to do is have somebody bull rush him and anchor down against the guy and see if it causes pain because that's what he felt in that very first play in Cleveland against Myles Garrett. And he was like, I can't do this because the pain was so excruciating. So, again, we have to be careful with our expectations.
Jason, a lot that we could talk about from the first 4 weeks, but one thing I want to hone in on is something that I thought was going to be just an easy money home run. You have no idea how the season's going to go, but you can rely on this. And that's Josh Jacobs running the football. But so far through 4 games, it's been pretty lackluster. What do you diagnose as the issue, and what's your level of concern for them getting back to how it was when they were primetime running the ball last year?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Papa Bear. And I would say this. That's by the way, that's totally going to be your new nickname from my segment. I can't speak for anybody else, but you're because Papa Jaguar, Papa Panther. No, I don't really
now
like
you're associating me with the Chicago Bears. I don't know how much I like that.
Yeah, no. It's a Papa Bear. I'm thinking of in
Goldilocks
in nursery rhymes.
Wait. Jason, what makes
I want to
Brad
be Papa Bear?
I've been Papa Bear. Yeah, Ben's been a Papa Bear for almost 2 years.
Yeah, I'm still adjusting to that concept. Quite frankly, I would be happy to bestow upon
you can just
Liz
call me
the
Daddy.
Mama Bear. Mama Bear. I believe in her. So no, I think Ben will just remain Ben from my spot. But,
Daddy works,
anyway,
Jason. It's all good.
Who's your daddy?
So
I'm going to stick with Papa Bear and skip the rest of this conversation.
did we answer Papa Bear's question?
Papa Bear.
No,
Papa Bear
I was rudely interrupted by. Well, never mind. Look, I think here's the thing. It's never one thing. So it's the fact that defenses clearly have done everything they can to basically shut him down in hopes of forcing Jordan Love into a mistake. And Jordan Love has made very few of those, although he's made a couple in critical moments, as we know, the last 2 weeks. I think their offensive lines, inconsistent play. I think Elton Jenkins has struggled more than you expected him to in his move to center. So I think that's part of it. I think the inconsistency in terms of the chemistry of the offensive line with guys in and out of the lineup has been part of it. And then, I think Josh Jacobs would say that he hasn't forced enough broken or missed tackles because he's been hit almost immediately far too often. I was talking to Emmanuel Wilson about this today. I'm sure I'll talk about it with Josh Jacobs later in the week. But, they do think that they may have found something in the second half of the game against the Cowboys. Because if you look, Josh Jacobs, who ran 16 times for 30 yards against the Browns, he had run 8 times for 16 yards in the first half against the Cowboys. So basically a 2-yard average over a game and a half there. And then he was 14 carries, 70 yards in the second half. And Emmanuel Wilson was really productive too. They were over 100 yards combined. So I think they're hoping that combined with maybe getting their preferred starting offensive lineman back will allow them to kind of get that running game going again.
Jason, at the start of the season, if people would have told fans that the Packers would be 2-1-1, do you think they would have been more optimistic than what we are now? Because I know after the start of the season being 2-0 and then a loss to the Browns and then a tie to the Cowboys, it feels like guys or people are a little bit more negative than what they should be.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's important to be careful with how you view this stuff, right? Like, if I'm looking at the schedule in April or May when it came out, I'm thinking, and I was thinking, boy, they got to split those first 2 games, right? Mm-hmm. And instead they won both of them. And so then the calculus changes and the expectations change. And they did. We have people talking about them going undefeated. Between Kyle and Rasheed Walker, it was ridiculous.
2 legends.
Two somethings. You didn't get nearly as much trouble as he did from his head coach. But what I'm saying is that then, if they had split those games and then had a win and a tie in the next 2, I don't think you would feel as bad because you'd be like, okay, you feel like they're trending in the right direction. Like, look at the Lions. Like, the Packers crushed them in the opener, but they are clearly trending in a very positive direction now. They've kind of found their legs, and they feel really good about what they're doing. And so, look, I think the Packers' schedule sets up here for an opportunity to make Packers fans feel that way too, right? The Bengals are in dire straits. The Cardinals just
they've lost
kicked
3
away
straight
a game
games on a field goal.
Right, and they had that game and they kicked it away against a winless Tennessee Titans team. And then you got the Steelers again and Aaron Rodgers. And if you can win that, that's going to give you a good boost, right? And then that puts you in a really good – puts you in winning 3 in a row going into the Philadelphia game. Now, if Matt LaFleur heard me talking about this, he'd burst into my office and say, no, we're working on going 1-0 every week, Wildy. And that's their job to think that way. And they probably didn't do a good enough job of that earlier in the season. So that's the path. And I think, people like Kyle who love their Packers and get frustrated with some of their inconsistent play will feel a heck of a lot better about them if they can go on a 3-game run here and go into that showdown with the Eagles, who have their own issues. They've won 4, but they haven't been very impressive on their way doing it.
Yeah, and even just looking like this happens every single year, and I always caution when the schedule comes out because there was one that I was circling, and I know that Lamar Jackson was out last week, but their defense is horrendous right now, and they're 1-4. And so what felt like it could be, a heavyweight 2 12-win teams might not be the case when the Ravens come to Lambeau Field. So you just got to, they have an opportunity to still knock off some wins here against what teams that they would beat pretty regularly last year with a worse record, so to speak.
Yeah, the opportunity is there, but again, it's incumbent on them to actually take advantage of it. Like, as Matt LaFleur said to us before the bye, are we happy to be? We're 2-1-1. Are we happy with that? No, of course not. Like they should be better than that record-wise, but more importantly, they haven't played well in their last 2 games, whether it's on the offensive side or the defensive side or both. So they need to get right in those terms, and there's a lot of things they can do, but their inconsistency on both sides of the ball plus special teams, it's not going to get better until they figure those things out.
Jason, we appreciate the time. Look forward to listening to you on Wilde and Tausch and talking to you on Thursday.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
That's Jason Wilde of Wilde and Tausch, and I still can't get out of my head, how close are we to 8:08 first pitch? Because I know what's inside of American Family Field.
Well, that's right. I'm counting down because you can find inside American Family Field and also inside the Nortman estate plenty of Carbless. T-minus 4.5 hours till first pitch. You know that first pitch is going to be accompanied with an ice-cold Carbless. Whether you're going to the game, tailgating, enjoying it at a local establishment or at home, make sure you have a Carbless in your hand. There's no carbs, no sugars, just 100 calories with no gluten. That carbonation is just absolutely perfect to quench your thirst, but not so much to upset your stomach. And there's everything that you can trust as far as ingredients inside that can. There's a flavor for everyone. I told you, I went to Costco. I got that unbelievable margarita pack that I've just been enjoying, but there's classic cocktails, there's fruit flavors, there's something for everybody, particularly as the fall rolls around and you enjoy October baseball with the Milwaukee Brewers. So enjoy your Carbless like I will tonight and discover why less is more with a cold Carbless in your hands.
Speaking of Brewers, next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Student Athlete Support Fund is something I was looking at. I'm ultimately likely going to give to this College of Letters. Oh, jeez. I was in life.
Long week.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound 41, you're seeing backups now from Main Street all the way down to Good Hope Road, and then back on the brakes from just south of Silver Spring down past Capitol Drive to Burleigh. Northbound's backing up from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Southbound, the bypass, we've got backups out of the Zoo Interchange all the way down to about Lincoln. Eastbound 94, you're slowing down through the Stadium Interchange to about 27th. The westbound side, about the same thing, from 27th all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. Slowdowns on southbound 43, starting from just before Good Hope Road down towards Silver Spring, and then back on the brakes right through the Marquette Interchange down to the KK River Crossing. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, on and off showers or storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 55. Tomorrow, slight chance for morning showers, then increasing sunshine, a high of 66. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Zero restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Milwaukee College Prep, redefining what's educationally possible so more children can pursue their dream. Join me, Craig Karmazin, and Milwaukee College Prep Thursday, October 23rd at Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and take a stand in closing the opportunity gap for Milwaukee scholars. Your support means quality education is accessible to over 2,000 scholars in Milwaukee. Enjoy food, drinks, and a chance to learn more. Purchase tickets at 2025 takeastand.givesmart.com. That's 2025 takeastand.givesmart.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
It is wild to me
that you're going to lean into the strength of the opposing defense by putting the ball in the air as much as you did. Now, here's the thing. Landon Dickerson banged up in that game. Lane Johnson, he's got the stinger banged up. The run game is not what it was last year. It's been a bit uneven, but still, the lack of commitment to trying to run the football when you led the majority of the game just does not make sense to me. The Philadelphia Eagles leaned all the way away from what was the identity of the team in the year that they won a championship. I just don't understand why they would make that decision to play that brand of football, even if it was to try to satisfy A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Those two guys are important to your team's overall success, but you can't choose to make two guys happy and sacrifice the happiness of the other 51 guys in the locker room.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I had a good time talking with the fine folks at Palermo's at Game 1. It was fun talking to John Leonardo, the director of marketing.
My boy John, man.
You know why it was fun?
He hook you up?
No, because I think he is a big-time Cubby fan. So he got to rub it in the face a little bit. You know, hey, thanks for coming all the way up. And then in 2 innings, boom, dreams are crushed.
You think he's a Cubbies fan? I heard he was donned in, like, red, blue, and white, wasn't he? He was wearing Cub stuff.
It was like a dark shirt where it didn't pop. Oh, so I think he was trying to hide it.
Smart play by him, actually.
Take the boy off. It's just John.
Just John.
Just John. Pizzas are delicious.
They absolutely are. And as you know, they're always thinking about you. 2 for $10 through tomorrow on Screamin' Sicilian at Piggly Wiggly. 2 for $10 on Screamin' Sicilian pizzas. The thin and crispies are amazing. Just this past Friday on the B-Day, I was like, you know what I want for my birthday? I want a Cheez-It pizza. I want a Boss Hog Original Screamin' Sicilian. And I want a Tavern-style sausage pep. And our daughter had the Tavern style. The crust is perfect for her because it's thinner, so it's not thicker, and she's got the teethers, can get through it. Loves pizza. I can even, whatever she doesn't eat, I pack in lunch for the next day, and she's eating cold frozen pizza after I cook it the next day, and she loves it. So she's already in on Palermo's, starting them young. You can start right now if you haven't. If you have already started, you know what I'm talking about. You can taste what all that screaming is about. Get to Piggly Wiggly for 2 for $10. Palermo's, taste what all that screaming is about. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock on ESPN Wisconsin. Hit us on the Carbless talking text line, 800-990-3776. Who's the new guy? That's Brad Nortman. Fair question from Ryan McGuanago on the Carbless talking text line.
Wouldn't it be funny if somebody just started watching Kyle, Brust, and Nortman over like the last month and were like, Who's this
that
guy?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I left, I put my backpack on. I filled
first
my
day of school.
Put my water bottle, and Lexi's feeding our son. And I'm like, Lexi, I'm a little nervous. I haven't been on the radio in a month. I'm a little bit nervous. How I doing, KBN Nation? Like no time has passed. I hope so.
You didn't let us answer the question.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you. I've had you approve it today that I can give you no airtime.
All right, there's one thing I got to get to here, and then I do want to. I'm so the roof's gonna be closed. It's gonna be loud in there because the storms are coming in.
Oh, the storm is coming. Boy,
or rain or whatever.
Can we just say October baseball, roof open, shading the Brewers. But I mean,
the crying from the Cubs and the reporters.
Pathetic.
The eyes. How about those 9 runs right in your eyes?
Man, this is beautiful.
So you said something, Brad, that obviously you can do the, it's about Ben thing. But yeah, it is. You said you had a Ben Brust moment. I don't know what the hell that means.
Okay, so I know that you guys got a little bit of runway with the whole what are we naming our son type of thing. So I'm going to get to the Ben Brust moment, but just give me a minute to walk through our naming thing. So we didn't know if it was going to be a boy or a girl. We wanted to wait specifically. So we loved our 2 girl names. We loved them. The boy names were like, we like them, but we'll figure it out. We were told that when you see the baby, you'll know. Oh, you'll know for sure, no doubt about it. So when baby came, and I pull across the umbilical cord and I look at it and say, Lexi, it's a boy. When the dust had settled and everyone leaves the room, we're like, what are we gonna name this kid? So we start calling him different names. So
how many different names did you call this? Human being.
So we had 3 names.
Usually you do this with dogs.
Yeah, we had 3 names that we liked, that we thought it was going to be one of the 3. So baby's born. We had Weston. We had Gibson. And we had Thompson.
What?
Okay, hold
Thompson
on.
or Thompson?
T-O-P-S-O-N?
T-H-O-M-P-S-O-N and call him like Tom.
Oh, like Thompson.
Thompson.
We all heard the term Thompson, and I was like, what the hell is that?
Thompson.
Wait, Weston?
Weston, Gibson.
Gibson.
So you really wanted a sin.
Yeah, you did.
We liked it ending in N. And the final name also ends in N. It flows well into Nortman, is my humble opinion, and multiple reasons. I sent you guys a whole text on
You did.
And it was beautiful.
But, okay, so we get to where we're being discharged from the hospital, and they're like, we need a name. And we're like, we don't have it. Like, what's going to happen? I read all the fine print on the Social Security forms.
Of course you did.
And everything. I poured into it. And it basically said you can just give him a last name and you change it later. You have 365 days in the state of Wisconsin to finalize a name. So
are we sure that the name you have now is going to stick?
For 12 days, our son was known only as Nortman.
Baby
blank
Nortman.
First name, blank middle name, Nortman.
I have a quick follow-up on that.
Yeah.
So were the people in the hospital surprised that you walked out without a name? Because I imagine it's not very common for somebody to have a baby and not have a name picked out and ready to go.
It's not. And they have like all this paperwork that they need to do to submit it to the authorities and Social Security and Vital Records Office. So they're like, this does not happen like ever. Like that you bring a home.
You're a nuisance.
Okay, that's right.
What
did
does
you
the
tip
birth
them?
certificate say?
So I'm going to get there. So we come home, and it's Sunday night, right? He's born on Saturday afternoon, Sunday night, and we're like, we don't know what we're going to call him. So we're going to try out these names. So we call him Weston for a few days. We call him Gibson for a few days.
Gibby.
We call him Thompson for a few days. We also tried Woodson. And kind of like Charles Woodson kind of thing.
Woodson Nortman.
Shout out to Adam, owner and founder of Carbless. He thought Carbless Nortman would be a good one. So that was a shout out. That was a fun one. But we tried all these names day after day after day, and we're like, none of these really fit. Until we got to the name we landed on, which is Williamson Bradley Nortman, and we're going to call him Will for short. But after all that time, we're like, okay, Will is the name. It took 12 days to establish it. Ben, this is where you come into play. So we're like, okay, we know now that
Bradley Nortman. I have some names already.
Okay, and there's a lot of
names.
Yeah, of course, Ben.
What do you
fully
mean,
on the playground. So Ben, hold on to that. So
I will.
So we know that it becomes more complicated if you didn't do it originally. You have to go and basically change everything, and it's a complicated, stressful headache of a process, but we accepted that, right? So we called the Vital Records office and said, hey, we had our son on September 6th. We need to change his name. It's blank. They're like they're looking. Boy, I don't see anything here, guys. And we're like, what? That can't be. They said, call the hospital. We call the hospital. They're looking into it. Oh, my goodness. We never submitted anything.
Oh,
How
lucky you.
about that? Look at that. We can just, what do you want the name to be? And it's like, this never happens. We never forget to submit anything.
Well, because
so
they probably
were like, what, does this baby exist?
So we were able
to
contact we were able to contact the hospital. They were able to fill out the original forms like nothing ever happened. Bada boom, bada bing. Easy money for Williamson Bradley to be born and be named. And the reason why I think of Ben Brust is because we sort of, waited and waited and waited, but knowing that it was going to be painful when we eventually tried to change everything, it worked out in our favor.
Okay.
It all worked out in our favor.
I didn't know what this Ben Brust
Classic
moment.
Ben Brust style.
I didn't know direction it was going. It was a good direction. It
was a good direction.
I wasn't sure.
Me either. Somehow it just all worked out, and I just thought of Ben Brust.
I now will be asking if I can. I mean, this is your son's name. I go from Williamson to Will, which could also be William is Bill. So Billy, Brad, Lee can be Brad. So I like Billy Brad Nortman.
Oh.
Billy Brad Nortman.
See, this is the kind of guy in the playground that
Billy
you just need
Brad.
to you need to fight a little bit.
Going from Williamson Bradley to Billy Brad?
No, it's
Billy Brad
it's
Nortman.
Will or Williamson. And this is my son we're talking about, Ben.
Yeah. No, this might be personal. What is your middle name?
William.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So he kind of like.
It's also, I'd just like to point out, also my middle name, therefore Brad's son named after me.
Wait, what's your father's name, Brad?
William.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of like
Then the first, the second, the third.
A little bit.
You could call him Trey.
That's why I asked Jason.
Trey.
He could be Trey.
Trey Nortman.
Trey Nortman, the third.
Trey. Now he gets some street credit with the name Trey.
He would. That Trey Nortman, that boy can punt. That boy can punt right there. You know, his papa played in the NFL.
The only Trey in Oconomowoc.
It will be the only Trey.
That's right. For miles and miles.
Okay. Brewers next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
DKB, they get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half-an-hour boo-boo. If I need to do that, they need to allow me to do that.
That's your whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
I do apologize because I firmly believe that if the Cowboys were going to beat Green Bay, it was going to have to be because our offense turned it over and our special teams stunk.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Never, ever did I think we'd give up a 40 burger to a non-CD Lamb team.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Donate today and get a $100 Quick Trip gift card. Learn more at rawhide.org/donate.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Homer for Window Nation. It's October, and if you've got old windows, that means you're back to dealing with chilly air seeping into your home. Eliminate annoying drafts once and for all with Window Nation in Milwaukee. This month, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free, plus pay nothing for 2 years. With the holidays coming up, it's a big deal, and they can do it so quickly. Don't miss out on free windows and 0 payments for 2 years with Window Nation, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Visit windownation.com before October 31st to get started. Football's back, and if you're headed up toward Green Bay, the perfect stop is Higher Love Cannabis Company, just seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan. Less than an hour from Green Bay. An easy stop before or after the game or anytime you're passing through town. And with so many low-quality, unregulated CBD products floating around Wisconsin, trust matters. Higher Love, award-winning, organically grown, locally owned, and the real deal. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
When the leaves start to fall and your roof starts to call, fix it in the fall, fix it in the fall. If your shingle's looking rough and your gutter's full of stuff, get it fixed before it's froze, man. It's time to call the pro. We patch it, we match it, we stop that drip, free estimates, quick fix. Don't let your roof slip, your home's your castle. We keep it tight, call Avondale Roofing, they roof it right. Fall deals dropping it like it's hot, call Avondale Roofing at 855-819-7663.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make some money? My Week 0 plays were absolutely on fire. 13-2 across all sports during Saturday of Week 0. Now it's Week 1 of the college football season. Are you ready to make money? Go to FatJackSports.com. It's less than $100 a week to turn a profit betting the games. All the games are documented, they're posted, and you'll get a recommended betting guide that will help you make money betting on sports this week. FatJackSports.com. Sign up today and win this weekend.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It started with a whisper.
All right, before we wrap up the ESPN Wisconsin portion, I want to know from you, KBN Nation, plus us, who's your guy tonight for the Milwaukee Brewers? Who's your guy? 800-990-3776. That's the Carbless Talking text line. We start with the new guy, Brad Norton.
My guy tonight is Bryce Turang. So Bryce Turang, he has had moments, sprinkled throughout the year, not only great on elite on defense, but his bat has really come around all season. He had a great game on Saturday. I expect him to really come to play again. And about this, for a little stat about Bryce Turang. So he is married to the sister of the starting punter for the Washington Commanders. How about that?
Always comes back to punter.
Isn't his name Trey?
Tressway.
Tressway. I know Tressway. He's a great guy.
That is
Bryce
what's up.
Turang.
Kyle, we got.
I'm going with Christian Yelich. I feel like this would be a Yelich game. The stars need to come out in the most important moments, and I think going up 2-0 is very important. So I think Christian Yelich has a day.
You're right, Kyle. The stars do come out in the right moments. Salvatore, baby, come on.
So I feel like Stro could probably, let's see if he could guess who I'm going to go with.
You're easy to read. I read you like a book. You're a seamhead, which means you're hardcore. That means you're not going for the sexy pick. There's no Andrew Vaughn. There's no William Contreras here. We already have Christian Yelich and Bryce Turang off the board, meaning you're going to go with the guy who had maybe the biggest hit in Game 1. You're going to go with the guy who had an 11-pitch at-bat in Game 1, a guy who has been consistent but maybe not the sexiest pick on the team. Your guy, yeah, it's Blake Rake Perkins, isn't it?
He's good.
Hey, that's magic right there.
Not only was I thinking that beforehand, I wanted to see if I could find a little extra leverage. So I went to my good friend ChatGPT, and I wanted to know the lifetime at bats for Brewers fans against Shota Imanaga.
Brewers fans.
Blake Perkins against Shota. 3 for 4, 2 doubles and a home run.
Oh,
buddy.
Really?
Buddy.
Bryce Turang 1 for 9.
Okay,
How about
he's overdue.
Salvatore's not on here because I'm guessing he didn't play a lot. Even though he's decent versus lefties, he's a lefty. Turang 1 for 9 with a home run. Christian Yelich 3 for 10 with a home run, a walk, and several strikeouts. Has shown power against him.
Wait, are all three of the picks that we have home runs?
Bryce
Yelly,
one hit.
Bryce, and then
Bryce, and then Blake, no Salvatore.
Real quick. Well, you guys,
home runs tonight, baby.
You guys know my guy every game is going to be Salvatore.
Yes, and I will continue to look at Sal's numbers in correlation to the pitchers.
So I might get a little nerdy, so you can talk me out of this if you want. But Bryce Turang, that home run on Imanaga, was that series back in July where they were at Wrigley, and there was one game where the only run was a Bryce Turang solo shot? Was that game?
I can't tell you that. I could maybe prompt ChatGPT to let me know when that home run was. But another
prompt.
It says prompt is probably
Maybe
in
that
front of
was
his
June,
face.
but regardless, it was a series at Wrigley.
William Contreras was another one I'm interested in because he's 3 for 10, but 2 home runs in those 3 hits against Shota.
Dude, he gives up a lot of home runs against the Brewers.
I
Or
read
against
the stat
players.
earlier. He's 4.7 ERA in the second half of the season, 12 earned runs in 15 innings pitched against the Brewers.
Home runs. I can't.
Is it the home run game for the Brewers?
Ain't the day, baby.
We'll find out. Blake Perkins is my guy. 3 for 4, 2 doubles, and a home run. All extra base hits against Shota for Blake Perkins. Obviously a switch hitter, which bodes well for him being in the lineup as Jackson Chourio likely going to be getting some rest for that hamstring. You got Jim, Matt, and Molly. They're coming up next on 100.5 ESPN Madison. That is a home of the Milwaukee Brewers, an affiliate. The Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam. Corey and Wally got you there. And we, the whole team, Ben, Kyle, Brad, Stro, we're with you till 5 o'clock, leading you in to as close as we can get to 8:08. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman in 2 minutes.
That never ends.
Southbound on 41, backing up from Main Street, Menominee Falls, all the way down past Good Hope Road. Back on the brakes from Appleton Avenue down to Capitol Drive. More delays once you make your way south of Blue Mound Road, all the way onto the bypass down towards the Hale. So it is going to be slow on the southbound side. Northbound is backing up on 41 from Mayfair Road all the way up to about Burleigh. Southbound 43, watch out for some delays from Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring. Then you're really on the brakes from Capitol Drive, pretty much all the way down to the KK River crossing. On westbound 94, that's backed up out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound from 84th Street through the stadium to 35th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, on and off showers or storms. Mostly cloudy with a low of 55. Tomorrow, slight chance for morning showers, then increasing sunshine, a high of 66. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Every great team starts with a strong defense, and the same's true in business. That's why companies trust Trend Micro for cybersecurity. From ransomware to phishing to the most advanced cyber threats, they help protect your network, your data, and your people. With over 35 years of expertise, Trend Micro has built a defensive playbook trusted by enterprises worldwide. Your business works too hard to get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right. That's trendmicro.com.
Wisconsin Badgers men's basketball is heading to Milwaukee this December when they play in the Milwaukee Hoops Showdown on Friday, December 19th at Pfizer Forum. The Badgers will tangle with Villanova at 7 p.m. with UW-Milwaukee and South Dakota State starting the action at 4 p.m. 2 marquee men's basketball games, 1 exciting event at Pfizer Forum. Make plans and get your tickets now at PfizerForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Tickets are now available at PfizerForum.com/showdown.
Hey, this is Brad Norton from KBN. Tune in to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman every day from 2 to 5. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from
I'm itching for the game.
Man.
Does anyone else feel this way?
It's Cubs Brewers. That's going to be, as good as it gets.
2-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit to right. Back is Frelick. He's at the wall, and Bush hits a leadoff home run to give the Cubs a 1-0 lead.
What does undaunted mean?
Not intimidated or discouraged by difficulty, danger, or disappointment.
Here's the pitch. Drops down, a line drive down the right field line. That'll score Chourio. Terang into second base. Back-to-back doubles, and we're tied 1-1. on the way home. Rolled to first. It's a fair ball. Bowers has it, takes it to the bag, and game one belongs to the Brewers. 9-3 the final score. Freddie Peralta picks up his first career postseason win.
Let the good times roll. Oh, won't you let the good times roll?
I'm with you, PM, on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Getting amped. 4 more to go, and by that he means 4 more hours, and we will be feeling the feels as Game 2 of the NLDS is tonight. The opener, Aaron Ashby against Shota Imanaga for the Cubs. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, and Brad Nortman. He's back. Alex Stro running the show. Get us on the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776. List is more with Carbless. And, of course, on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Brad Nortman, you like to do things where I give you the floor and you take it wacky ways, and I'm really intrigued on where this could potentially go.
Yeah, guys, I'm watching this Cubs-Brewers series unfold in front of my very eyes. I'm seeing Craig Counsell. I'm seeing Pat Murphy. And I can't help but think, my brainwaves just making connections to other sports. And I'm telling you what, I found Wisconsin sports doppelgangers for Craig Counsell and Pat Murphy. Let's start with Craig Counsell. Now, there's a doppelganger in Wisconsin sports that is very similar to Craig Counsell.
Is this looks?
Not looks. They kind of.
All right.
Not really,
is this a hear Brad out unprompted kind of?
Honestly, this is more vibes, more of strategy, more of the kind of the feelings you get. Craig Counsell, his doppelganger head coach is Matt LaFleur.
Oh!
Guys, when you think about it, Craig Counsell is Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is Craig Counsell. You cannot doubt their brilliance. They are next-level thinking and masters of the game and being able to coordinate things, both Craig Counsell and Matt LaFleur. But when it comes down to it, they are prone to overthink. They struggle in those game-time momentary decisions that tend to unfold in the postseason particularly, and they don't really have, from what we've seen, that postseason clutch coaching gene. We haven't seen it out of Craig Counsell. We haven't seen it out of Matt LaFleur. Not only that, not only their game strategy, but even the way they carry themselves. Craig Counsell, Matt LaFleur, they sort of wear their frustration on their sleeves. How many times did it pan to Craig Counsell in that game, and he just took his hat off and he looked frustrated? He looked just like Matt LaFleur, and they both got a little bit.
Who's his Rich Pisaccia?
Yeah, I was watching Craig Counsell's post game interview. He had a little bit of sassiness. A little bit of,
I don't know
what are you gonna do? A little bit of sassiness, and Matt LaFleur has that too. That's right. So Craig Counsell, Matt LaFleur, the same guy. So that leaves Pat Murphy. Let's jog our memory. Strofe, why don't you play one of those Pat Murphy clips for us to hear, just so you can remember who this man is?
It's tradition. It's been a tradition. I've done it for 10 years now. Whenever we've had introductions, I just think I call it happy horse manure. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of happy horse. It sounds better when I use the other word, but I'm not going to use it because I don't use that kind of language in public setting. But it's just like a lot of happy horse. You know what I mean? You just keep... we got a lot of this, and then you go down the line, shake their hands, and then they go warm up, and then they come in the dugout, and you shake their hands, and you do some crazy handshake with them, you know what I mean? And I'm like, this is a lot of happy horse. Let's play the game.
I don't know about you guys, but I close my eyes thinking about hearing that Pat Murphy clip. I think of Barry Alvarez.
Ooh.
Pat Murphy is Barry Alvarez. They're tough. They're no nonsense. They take plenty of time to take playful jabs at their players, but because they have a good relationship with them, he knows how to get the best out of maybe not even the top guys. Right? You look at this Brewer roster and say, oh yeah, it's full of perennial all-stars, but he knows how to extract the best out of them and keep them tough. Even when you think about it, undaunting. You know what Barry Alvarez's thing his whole time was? Don't flinch. Undaunted, don't flinch. It's the same thing. Craig Counsell is Matt LaFleur, and Pat Murphy is Barry Alvarez. And why does that matter for this series? Guys, I think the tough type of play that Pat Murphy plays, the foot on your throat and stick and choke it out, those are the teams that Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers lose to.
Powerful.
And that's why the Craig Counsell and the Chicago Cubs will also lose to the Green Bay Packers. Craig Counsell is Matt LaFleur. Pat Murphy
Craig Counsell and the Brewers are going to and the Cubs are going to lose to the Packers.
I ran out of steam there at the end. But when it comes down to it, I think that type of matchup, Pat Murphy, tough, physical, no nonsense, and the Craig Counsell where it's easy to overthink things, maybe not as tough. I think whenever you match those two up together, toughness.
Just one quick one. I want to hear from Kyle here. 800-990-3776. Ryan from Iguanago on Counsell LaFleur. They both have that dumb look on their faces.
Jeez.
That is true, and they kind of got the whininess to them at a certain point. For me,
you're just gonna step over to the KBN Sports Desk.
I'm sorry.
But we got Strophy.
Jackson Chourio is in the lineup.
Get out of town! Wait, we got a lineup?
It pays to be young and fresh, boy. I tell you.
That's crazy.
We don't have a lineup yet, but Pat Murphy just telling reporters he will go tonight.
All right. All right. That means he's healthy, ready to go. He said a little tweak. I'm young, Pat.
That's pretty. I feel like they were going to operate with a high level of caution.
They pulled him out early. Yeah. So
he's shocked.
He's leading off. Same lineup as last game.
Yeah, because he said he was fine. He was feeling good after the game, but you didn't know because he had the MRI. So, you never know. So that is a good breaking news from the Sports Center sports desk. But overall, when I think about Pat Murphy and I think about Craig Counsell and I think about Brett Bielema and I think about Matt LaFleur, it's the nerds versus the meatheads. Give me the meatheads every single time because Pat Murphy and Barry Alvarez are definitely the tough, scruffy meatheads, the guys that are just going in and battling. They like to eat dirt and kick dirt all the dang time.
All right. I do love that sports desk update because now my brain is trying to remember everything, and I think I probably could have said it. I think it obviously was Jackson Chourio, who was 3 for 3, who somehow, some way had 3 hits in 2 innings, which I still can't wrap my brain around. Turang batting second. And then I believe it was Contreras, then Yelich, to Vaughn, to Frelick sixth. And then you had Perkins 7, so good to know that Blake we discovered the numbers against Shota. He's 3 for 4, 2 doubles and a home run. Durbin, Perkins, Ortiz. So you're going to get the same lineup. You faced a lefty to start with Boyd. They destroyed Boyd on short rest, and now you get another lefty in Shota who the Brewers have had their number on. And look, I kind of love it from a, why am I going to try and break something that I don't need to? I guarantee, as you just went through this, Brad, the overthinker and Craig Counsell would have tried to do something slick and change something up. And if Jackson is out there and he can get on base like he has with the way he's hit in the postseason, even as a young buck last year, this 21-year-old, I mean, they wouldn't bat him first if he wasn't fine. They would have rested him. So the fact that he's playing and then they're running it back with him out the gate, I mean, give me the game right now. Because you know who went to war after they got a home run? This squad.
They did.
This squad.
And that 21-year-old,
they didn't flinch. They were undaunted. They were relentless. You could use any adjective that you've used to explain this 2025 Milwaukee Brewer team, and these guys delivered on it. Every single one of them. And you still give yourself flexibility if they go righty at the end. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. You got me all hyped up for 808 just because we know that Jackson and Pat Murphy said that he's starting, he's going number 1, and they're rocking the same lineup against a lefty starting the game for the Cubs. Get me to AmFam Field.
Well, it's one of the reasons why this Pat Murphy team I have such confidence in, because it's basically just saying, let's just play ball. Let's get rid of all the nuance, all the overcalculation, all the analytics, and let's just play ball. I mean, it doesn't take long to listen to Pat Murphy. And he said, let's just roll out our players, and we're going to take on whatever's coming our direction. So these guys embody that. And I think anybody listening, and anyone else on this panel, you respond to the coaches that don't BS you, that aren't soft, that are tough, the guys you want to play for, and Pat Murphy is that guy.
Yeah, I'm just is all good with them rolling it back out based off the fact that they played so well and performed so well the last time. So at this point now, I'm just looking forward to Aaron Ashby getting us started off exactly the way we want to, and having our pit bull and Quinn Priester going out there and doing what he's done is win, win, win.
As
win,
brought
win.
up on YouTube, it would be my guess, because you probably don't want to overdo it, is Yelich playing left, Chourio DHing.
Yeah, I saw a quote from Pat Murphy, and Pat Murphy talked about a mental hurdle so much more for our boy Jackson Chourio than anything else. He said so. I'm very interested to see what that is going to look like, because he was talking about more.
He will also be in at left field.
Wow. Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say he made it seem like it was more of a mental hurdle that he had to get over. And so, which is like, okay, so he probably felt a little tweak in that hamstring running, and being a young kid, he was like, ooh, but he wanted to stay in the game. They took him out for precautionary reasons.
I wouldn't have been out there as long as they were with Jackson. I just said, hey, you're out of here. Like the second inning, they were in good enough shape as is to make sure that game was going to be won and protect the what is the series and the future of our young star.
And we were talking about Pat Murphy and his mentality. Here's the quote that Pat Murphy had. He said, it's the mental hurdle. I'm sure it's not 100% as in the hamstring, but I'm worried about behavior than feelings. How he feels isn't as important in how he behaves. Dude, like, that is called,
next
that's
level.
a leader. That is a leader. Like, listen, kid, you went 3 for 3, you played great, but we're going to need you to really get yourself mentally right, but also how you behave and how you react to coming back. Like, this is a freaking leader right here, man. He doesn't care about rubbing nobody the wrong way. He says,
hey, good game. Don't care anymore.
Yeah. You came out early. You might have been okay. We got to make sure that we're focused on mentally being right and reacting the right way. This dude's a hell of a manager, man.
That's like a proverb. I'm less concerned about how you feel and more about how you behave.
Man,
that's deep,
but
bro.
that's how you get that's how you coach a 21-year-old to be the best they can be.
Yeah.
That is how you get the most out of them.
And guys love following a guy like that into battle. It's simple as that.
Welcome back, Brad. Lifetime Home Services?
Oh, my goodness, guys. I got to tell you about Lifetime Home Services. There, I got the estate, right? And there's always something going on. And, I'm calling this contractor, then that contractor. It's impossible to keep track of them, but not at Lifetime Home Services. Lifetime Home Services is everything you need under one roof. It's just one company, one phone call, and one website that takes care of literally everything. I've seen their menu, and I've talked to them about all the things they do for my house, and they can do that all for you. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to think, where am I going to go when all these things happen? Lifetime Home Services can handle it all under one roof for you. Cleaner air and radon safety, custom closets and window treatments. For me, they're going to redo Will's, Baby Nortman's closet. I can't wait for them to start doing that. I also think I might do the epoxy flooring in the garage. It's unbelievable. They can do it all. Full home renovations, window treatments, whatever you need. Organization, epoxy floors, closets, everything under one roof. That is Lifetime Home Services. So you have that housing need, whether it's a repair, a renovation, inside, outside, one place you need to go. That's Lifetime Home Services. For over 30 years, families have been trusting Lifetime to make their home safer and better looking. Trusted solutions, Lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
Do you guys want something that I cooked up here? Upsides of the Brewers lineup versus Imanaga. Per ChatGPT.
You're loving this ChatGPT enterprise.
Tell us.
I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. 808, get over here. I want you. First pitch. More Brewers next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I've seen some of those jersey checks.
You were a punter.
No, I haven't. I've seen them.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We got some slowdowns on 43 southbound from Hampton all the way down through the Marquette down to the KK River. Eastbound 94, we got some backups coming out of the Highway F area through Barker Road all the way to about Moreland, back on the brakes from 84th Street through the stadium. And then southbound through the Zoo interchange, we've got backups from Blue Mound Road all the way down into the Hale interchange. The entire southbound is pretty backed up. On top of everything else, there's rain coming down, so please be careful. I know it's new. We haven't had water in a while, but just be extra careful out there. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. On and off showers and storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 55. Tomorrow, slight chance for morning showers, then increasing sunshine, a high of 66. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof siding and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This year, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Keep it to WTMJ as the Brewers fight their way to a pennant throughout the run of the playoffs. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Narrow Spine Center of Wisconsin and by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
you can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
If you want something that's breathtakingly one-of-a-kind,
come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Home buyers are raving about their experiences with the Citizens Bank mortgage team.
Aaron helped me get pre-approved really fast, like before the open house even started.
I called Devin so many times with questions, and he always answered.
It's more than a mortgage. It's your future. And at Citizens Bank, we make it personal. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/mortgage. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. NMLS 746419.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Homer here. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching the game from your backyard, every fan knows great moments deserve great vibes. Swing into Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan. Just across the Wisconsin border, they offer a full line of high-quality, clean-grain, certified CBD products designed to help you relax, recover, and recharge no matter the season. Higher Love is organically grown, locally owned, and proudly one of the best in the Midwest. Visit them in Menominee or explore the full CBD lineup at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Come see what's brewing. Come see what the good times are. Come see what the Brewers are doing. Come on and cheer us.
KBN Nation, it's October, and this is when the weather really starts to shift. The mornings become a little bit more crisp. The evenings are a little cooler, and before long, those chilly fall breezes will turn into full-blown winter winds. If your home already feels drafty or your energy bill is creeping up, now's the time to do something about it before the cold really sets in, and Universal Windows Direct is making it easier than ever with an October deal that's packed with value. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free with no limit, plus enjoy 0% financing for 3 whole years. And to top it off, you'll get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. Call Universal Windows Direct today at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000, or simply visit them at universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today. Buy 2, get 2 free, 0% financing for 3 years, bonus $500 off, and just like me, after y'all get this great deal, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Starting to like AI a lot. It's a cheat code. Gives you everything you need.
Incredible.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace. Brad Nortman, Kyle Brust Nortman until 5 o'clock here. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. And, of course, hit us on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. If you missed it, Pat Murphy let reporters know that Jackson Chourio is in, and it'll be the same lineup as Game 1. So Jackson Chourio leading off and playing left field. And we've talked about it a little bit because we had a segment earlier where we talked about who's your guy for tonight. And I started to get really excited. And I know it's not the biggest sample size, right? You're going to face Shota, who's pitching for the Cubs, a decent amount because you're in the division. I love this. Key data points and context. And Balaga has appeared 4 times versus Milwaukee. He's got a 1-3 record, a 5.73 ERA. The Brewers in 2025 have a 270 batting average, as we mentioned earlier. Best batting average against lefties in the second half of the season. This is an interesting one because nobody picked him. Among Brewers hitters versus lefties in 2025, Andrew Vaughn, over 1,000 OPS in 86 plate appearances versus lefties. Now, this is one where if you want to be like, Stro, we've talked about this because you're a big Salvatore guy. Sal's really good against lefties. You know who is, in the last 30 games, the best on the Brewers against lefties?
Well, since you just said Andrew Vaughn, I'm going to guess it's not Andrew Vaughn. I'm going to guess it's Salvatore.
In the last 30 games, Bryce Terang led the Brewers in batting average with a 441 through the last 30 games against lefties.
441?
Now, small sample size, 30 games, but this also is the Bryce Terang who discovered this extra power in August. And so when you look at him running the lineup back and Pat Murphy, as I talked about, guess who's batting second after Jackson Chourio against the lefty hit? I don't know. Actually, I think it might have been a righty in the second inning because they pulled Boyd. But he was still 3 for 3, 2 knocks, a double, single, I believe, the single that he beat out. Then you go right into Bryce Terang, who's played some of his best baseball at the end of the year. Into William Contreras, who I mentioned, has 2 home runs against Balaga in the same game. I think that might have been this year, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So have some other stuff that I was thinking as well. How can the Brewers take advantage of Balaga, who is a pitcher who at times can deal some stuff? Obviously, there's a lot of good statistics that I'm reading because the Brewers have had success against him. Given that the Brewers hitters have already managed to string hits off him, the confidence they have seen him before may help. If the Brewers are able to make it harder for him and lean in on making him work the count, when Balaga gets ahead, he is one of the better pitchers in baseball. But the fact that they've seen him before and have had success, they know the recipe is to make long at-bats, work the count, foul off balls, get his pitch count high, and take advantage when he's left it over the plate, like, as they mentioned, Contreras, Terang, Yelich have done. So, that's all the good things. I've said a bunch of things that are good. But the best thing about it is, what got me more excited about anything I could read is Pat Murphy's mentality of what you had read, Kyle, about what he told Jackson Chourio.
No, that's the thing that's so important. And getting back to the fact that they have this great mentality and this great approach, and they also have something called momentum. That's something that's so important. Very fresh baseball team. And they're playing with confidence, right? The swagger that we saw on Saturday was kind of similar to that feel and vibe that we got when we were on that incredible run where the Brewers are just winning. It felt like every game in July and August. And so right now, when I think about who they're going up against, they faced them multiple times, like you just said. They faced them, they faced them 2 times in the last almost 2.5 months. And the Brewers had some decent success. But the great thing is that it's somebody that they're familiar with, so they understand them. And so I feel good about the Milwaukee Brewers going up against them today. So he's not going to get there and he's not going to pitch like 6 innings and have 10 strikeouts, and he's not going to mow us down. The Brewers are going to have opportunities, and one thing the Brewers have been able to do, as you saw, they take advantage of mistakes. The Cubs had the error there in the first inning against the Brewers, and what happened? They made them pay. The Brewers make sure you have to be perfect, because if you are not perfect, you give us a little opportunity. The Brewers have continued to seize those opportunities throughout the year.
Well, one thing that I find fascinating about tonight's game is obviously Aaron Ashby getting the start and not knowing how long he's going to go, probably Quinn Priester taking over. It's an unconventional way to have a game unfold from the mound. And I'm just thinking about it. The victories for the Brewers have been so one-sided, and the Brewers have been the one putting up all the offense. I forget that the Cubs are 4th in total runs scored in Major League Baseball. Now, Brewers are 1st, but Cubs are 4th. It just makes
They're Jekyll and Hyde. They bring it or they don't.
That's what it seems like. And so I'm curious how tonight's going to unfold, because I don't think, I mean, Ben, I kind of look to you as our resident baseball guy as trying to keep the bullpen rested for later in the series. Is that something that
no, you're not thinking about that right now. Freddie did everything you needed to do. Ashby and
why don't you start Priester to go as long as you can, and then just go and see how it goes, as opposed to using Ashby and then going into Priester?
Are they expecting a heavy left-handed lineup tonight?
Typically,
and so
it's just a way to counter when you have a righty
early in the lineup
to see if they're gonna, Craig Counsell can outthink himself, as you said earlier.
And apply a little pressure, change things up.
And what I love about this is that Quinn Priester, this is nothing new for him. Everything that has been thrown at him this year, he has just been fantastic, whether it's DL Hall being his opener before or the fact that the Brewers just kept winning whenever he was starting. He has been so consistent for the Milwaukee Brewers and has not been rattled whatsoever. So regardless of whatever the situation is, he has rose to the occasion for the Brewers. And really, when we look at it coming into the season, we didn't know what this starting lineup, pitching staff was going to look like, the rotation was going to look like. When we traded for Quinn Priester, we're like, okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
And Quinn Priester ended up right now becoming an integral piece of this pitching staff and this rotation and this team this season, because they went on a run of 19 straight games?
19. I think they
broke at the end.
The end.
So I mean, it's just that's how good he's been. So he's been very consistent for the Brewers.
And then whether it be Quinn Priester's resurgence or Andrew Vaughn's, you just look at this and say a change in scenery, a change in culture, and a change in manager can go a long way.
Sam chimes in on the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776. I tell you what, I feel like we've been doing our job, because we are getting closer and closer by the second to an 8:08 first pitch. Jay's chiming in that you guys crowned the Packers early. Look what happened. Now you're crowning the Brewers. No one's crowning the Brewers. We're taking a look at the ways that they can be successful in Game 2.
His name's Jay?
Yeah.
Pitch by pitch. Wait, is this the same Jay?
No.
Okay, there's a Jay last year that was hating on the Brewers earlier this year, I feel like.
Okay. I don't know. I just said no because I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't remember a guy who was so negative? There's a guy that was so negative.
You're keeping receipts of a Brewer?
There was a guy who was just always so negative.
Do you know what people say about Kyle Wallace? This guy is just so negative about Jordan Love. He called him selfish. He said he's injury prone.
It's clearly sensitive, too, if he was remembering texts from 10 months ago.
No.
I don't know what my girlfriend said to me this morning.
Dude, until coffee, nothing counts in my brain.
I'm saying positive energy, and we're taking it pitch by pitch, man. Pitch by pitch.
No, look. Did I
get ahead of my skis?
Okay, so here's the thing. I answer every phone call we get. So this is not the first of that complaint of, well, you guys said the Packers were going to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, guess what? They still might. It's week 5.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
We have a sample size of the best team in baseball who delivered how they play all year long after a week off and having a little bit of
I don't get what the hell we're doing. Be optimistic. This is the fun of sports. Your heart's not going to get broken over a game 2, even if you lose. Have fun.
You need to breathe.
If you're not having fun now, you might never have fun as a sports fan.
Pressure and heartbreak is a privilege. The fact that we have a baseball team in this city that is the best team in the freaking league, enjoy it. It's the best team in the team's history. And they're up 1-0, and they're up 1-0 on the rival. They're up 1-0 on the rival in the DS. Enjoy it rather than whining and complaining and finding reasons to be negative. What are we doing? Jackson Chourio's playing tonight. Nobody saw that coming. Come on. I just can't handle that crap.
Are you all right?
I just hate negative Nancy's when literally there's nothing to be negative about. Nothing. They're up 1-0. Be happy. Enjoy good things.
You be happy and enjoy good things.
Man,
Can you
what
do that for
happened
me?
to you, boy? You ain't said much all day.
I'm so ready for 808.
He is geeked.
Is 808 here for Strofe? He needs it more than anybody is what we realized.
You need to woosah and breathe. That boy is red. Goodness gracious.
Oof. I'm going to go check on a wellness check on Alex Strofe, and we'll be right back, okay?
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, seam head.
I don't even know what that is.
That means I'm a baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB big inning at night.
Seam head.
I've never heard that before.
This is because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 43 backing up pretty heavily from before Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette to the KK River crossing. So plenty of time there. Eastbound on 94, we got backups from Highway 164 all the way to Calhoun. Back on the brakes from 84th Street through the stadium to about 35th. Westbound is backing up from about 20th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Beyond the Zoo interchange, also seeing delays all the way into Waukesha County to Sunny Slope Road. Southbound on 41, backing up from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Burleigh. Back on the brakes from Blue Mound all the way down to the Hale. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast tonight, on and off showers, storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 55. Tomorrow, slight chance for morning showers, then increasing sunshine, a high of 66. Weather is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Today's forecast, crisp fall skies and a championship shine. Get your first wash free at TsunamiExpress.com. Game day ready, rain or shine, Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Saturday, October 11th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Mentality is hosting a health fair at 2323 North Mayfair Road in Wauwatosa. Take a free cognitive test, the first of its kind FDA-approved brain health screening in just 10 minutes, and get labs with a donation. Plus amazing giveaways, and here's the best part. It all supports Ignite the Spirit, helping Milwaukee's firefighters and their families. Mentality clinics are backed by science and delivered with care. Mark your calendar for Mentality's Milwaukee Health Fair, Saturday, October 11th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Be there.
I'd like you to listen to a little question and answer session with James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark. He oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors. Preston, why James?
I do feel like that we are partnered, again, as opposed to being sold to.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
If I need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
That works for you and the business, right, Preston?
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to worry about it.
Plus, there's IT-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems.
I've got information that I can then go to my superiors with and say, hey, here's how we can save a little bit of money.
And
then I kind of look like the hero, too.
Want to be the hero in your office? Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash Game Show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Hey, it's Brad Norton, and when it comes to my home, I want a team that I can trust, and that's Lifetime Home Services. From cleaner air and radon safety to custom closets, window treatments, and home renovations, they do it all under one roof. What I'm most excited about right now is their epoxy floors. They make your garage clean, durable, and organized with shelving and storage options to get everything off the floor. For over 30 years, families just like ours have trusted Lifetime Home Services to make their homes safer and better looking. Trusted solutions, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
The shot clock's winding down, and Saturn Lounge scores at the buzzer. When your marketing needs a slam dunk, our team drives the lane with creative strategy, branding, websites, video storytelling, and marketing campaigns that win. We run the full court press in every engagement, pushing the pace, finding that open shot, and delivering the highlight reel results. Our Saturn Lounge team ensures that your marketing content and campaigns dominate like a champion. Don't settle for a turnover or a missed shot or a wasted possession. Let Saturn Lounge run your marketing game plan now. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we might have another car seat in our car, but our car is always looking good thanks to Tsunami Express Car Wash. They're opening up locations all around southeastern Wisconsin, and you know that I am a ceramic member. I can go day after day.
T2 with graphene in those?
T2 with graphene, only the highest caliber when it comes to the wash that you get with Tsunami Express Car Wash, because I want my car to look like I just rolled it right off the lot, and that is what it gives you, especially now. I mean, you got to enjoy the time when it's not the heat of summer nor the salt and grime of winter. Now is the time when you can drive your car and it actually looks great. I was playing with the boys out in the driveway. My car was parked in the driveway. The boys put their faces right up to it because it looks reflective. It looks like a mirror. They were even entertained by it. Thank you for Tsunami Express for making my car look reflective and brand new, and you can make yours look that good as well. Become a member like me. Go over and over and over for that inside and outside clean that you're going to be satisfied with and blown away with every single time. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
A lot of support for Alex Stro, our producer. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman till 5 o'clock here, leading into the Homer Hour. Preach, says Tommy on the Carbless Talk text line. Adam chimes in. Team Strofe 100%, as it seems like he's let something boil up inside him after doing Mr. Irrelevant on YouTube, into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, a couple callers, a couple texters. Take us through the mindset as to why you told everyone to shut up and just enjoy this.
All right. Yeah, I got a little heated. My bad, everybody.
No, my bad.
So, I like I said, I mean, I've answered the phone for the last 3 hours. I'm reading the texts all day. I'm reading the YouTube comments, and I love the interaction. I love that KBN Nation feels comfortable talking to us and interacting.
I'm sure you made him feel even more welcome.
Yeah, but there are the few, and this isn't the majority. It's a minority. And it happens on Mr. Relevant, too, where people are like, well, Strofe, you crowned the Packers too early. No, I saw them go 2-0 against two good teams. And I said, yeah, that's the sign of a good team. In August, when they won 14 in a row, the Brewers, this is. And everybody's like, well, they got to do it in September or in October first. Like, yeah, obviously, one team wins the title every year. I just don't understand why, when this is the situation, right? The Brewers have a 1-0 lead against another really good team in the divisional series with 2 more games to win, and then they'll get to the championship series, right? That's how the playoffs work. I don't know how we take this scenario and flip it negatively. I don't know how you're going into a game that's 4 hours from now.
Past trauma.
Sure, I get that.
Also, trauma, but also the fact that, I mean, I don't think we were talking in the sense of that they're going to automatically win.
Yeah, that's where I took it. I'm saying when you're like, you crown, I was like, actually, we've just been talking about Game 2 and the potential that they had.
Brad did it, but everybody disagreed with him.
But for the series, I didn't say they're going to win the World Series.
Either way, I thought he went too far.
If they win today, I think they have a really, really good shot to win the series. Right?
Probability math would tell you yes.
Yes, I would agree with the math and the probabilities there.
But based off the way that this team has performed, as you said, Alex, and throughout this entire, it felt weird calling you Alex.
Yeah, that was weird. I like
Mr.
that.
Alex.
Based off the way this team has performed throughout the season, and then the way they performed on Saturday, it will leave anyone to believe the fact that this baseball team is just going to do what they've done all year long, which is win, baby, win.
I love that perspective because I agree with that perspective, right? The sample size is large enough, specifically in the MLB, that we have seen this consistently. Now, to go back to your previous point, or whoever said the trauma part of this,
I would just bring up his devil's advocate.
No, and I get it, right? And I get that past examples can certainly be an indicator of what's to come. I get that. Right, the Packers have done it for the last 15 years. The Brewers have done it for the last however many years. The Bucks have done it since they won the title. But I want us to all remember something we've said all year with this team.
This is unprecedented what they did this year.
This is different. And it's different for a reason.
And it's different because, in my excitement of what Kyle and you were just alluding to about Game 1, is I truly believed in my heart of hearts as I was watching them throughout the season that what they did in 162 games could translate to the postseason because of the pressure that they put on every pitcher, every at-bat. Like, that's something that is part of the mental warfare in the chess game, in the mind games of the playoffs. And when you have a team respond like they did after Michael Busch's home run in the first inning, and they do what they did, you're like, that is part of the DNA of who they are, and it's very encouraging to see that in one game. Now, there's a lot more to be played, but we all could have said it could translate, but to see it in one game after what they did and winning 97 games, a franchise record, have the best record in baseball, they very easily could have gotten tight based off past history. They didn't. Did it help that Craig Counsell made a bonehead decision throwing Matthew Boyd out there to start on short rest? Didn't hurt. But I still have confidence no matter who would have been out there, they would have had an opportunity to do the same damn thing. And another opportunity tonight.
And the thing is about this game, you talk about the Milwaukee Brewers, they were first in run differential in baseball. And guess what? They beat the snot out of the Cubs. You're talking about runs that they score. They were able to score 9 runs. Their pitching was good. And then one of the best earned run averages in baseball. But then on top of that batting average, the Brewers were able to hit a lot. On base percentage, they were one of the best teams in baseball. So what we saw on Saturday was basically what the Brewers have been this season. That's why the level of excitement is so high for us and optimism is so high, because this is the team that we have grown to love. So I'm with you, Stro. Allow for us to get confident to take this game and feel like if the Brewers, as Brad said, win today, they have a very good chance to continue being the team that we've seen them all year is win.
Real quick, because I know we got to get to Balaga here in a minute, but how long do we think Ashby goes tonight? Is that a 1 inning, 2 inning, 3 inning thing? Does you just try to get him through the order once? What do you think the game plan is with him, or do you just really not know?
You don't know how many pitches, how many
you want. I think they're aiming for 2.
I get it, but what if his pitch count is at a spot where you're like, well, if we can
through the order, right.
can, and maybe another lefty's coming up and he goes 2 1/3, and then you're like, all right, it's time. Like it's all situational based off the feel of the manager, and I trust the feel of our manager.
I guess, and I don't expect this to happen, but what if it's another case where they're up 6-1 after 2 innings? You probably don't go to Priester then.
No, you go to Priester.
No, you go to Priester.
You save your bullpen, and one guy takes the hit.
Sure. And Ashby then he has another day off. But
you still are going to be able to rest him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Having a day off yesterday was huge.
And they have another day off tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys get rest. You're playing literally. This is going to be a second game in a week.
If there was a game 4, it'd be Thursday, though, right? They'd go back-to-back Wednesday, Thursday?
Yeah. Yes, because the game 5 is Saturday. Day off in between.
Love it.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. We all just want 808. I feel like there's a song with like 808.
And No Heartbreaks, Kanye West.
I thought I wasn't going crazy.
And I think Kesha. You make my heart beat like an 808 drum.
Yes.
My love is your drug or something.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of 808. Like first pitch tonight. Make sure you tune into us on Friday for Green Bay Props and Preview presented by Sit Mean Sit. And, of course, on Sunday after the Green Bay Cincinnati game, because we'll have Green Bay game night with Tausch and Homer giving you the Brad?
My gosh. Oh, you guys' dogs are weird. Brad and Stro.
I don't know how to bark.
Dog of the game. If your dogs don't listen, you ask yourself, why don't they listen to me? Well, you can get help from Matt and their team at Sit Mean Sit Dog Training. You can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog. Contact Sit Mean Sit in Milwaukee or Waukesha to schedule that free consultation. You go to sitmeansit.com and check out the Milwaukee or Waukesha pages. I think the plan, Strofe, is when there's a minute to go, you got to tell Brian to get out because I really got to get hyped about 808 and the Brewers coming tonight. So Brian Balaga, future Packer Hall of Famer, joins us next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, let them do it. I ain't doing it.
You're not going to hurt our feelings.
Come on.
Just mine.
Homer, come on.
Yo, fuck. I should be doing this time. I should be 2-6. That good enough for you? You need any more? Nobody's as good as me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Marquette family is hurting.
2 men's lacrosse student athletes were tragically taken far too soon in an accident that has shaken the entire community.
In the face of unimaginable loss, this team continues to show strength, love, and resilience,
embodying what it truly means to be part of the Marquette family.
Now they need us.
You can support the team through the Men's Lacrosse Excellence Fund, with every dollar going to help them during this time of unprecedented challenge.
Find the link to help pinned to ESPN Milwaukee's Twitter page.
We are Marquette.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
The Green and Gold enjoyed the weekend off with their bye week, coming off the heels of the 40-40 tie with the Dallas Cowboys. This weekend, the Packers will return to Green Bay to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's what head coach Matt LaFleur had to say on what he's looking for out of his team this week.
And I don't expect us to play our best football in September. We've got to get better. I'm more worried about getting better each and every game. Are we disappointed we're not better? Absolutely. But I still think even in the 2 games that we won, I don't think we've put together a full game of complimentary football.
Kickoff on Sunday will be at 3:25 at Lambeau Field. With your Green and Gold Fix, I'm Will Summers.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Why Z-Bart? Because you have a manly truck that you do manly things with, and you don't want the truck bed getting all beat up. You want Rhino Liner by Z-Bart to keep your truck bed man-proof. So man up and ask for Rhino Liner by Z-Bart.
We all have someone we know or love that has been affected by some form of cancer.
No matter how well you love and support them and try to be there for them, you can never really know what a person is feeling after hearing the words, "You have breast cancer."
Only another person that has been through this experience can really understand what it feels like.
ABCD, After Breast Cancer Diagnosis, is a Milwaukee-based organization known around the world.
When someone calls ABCD, they are matched with a mentor who is a breast cancer survivor of similar age and has the same type of breast cancer who can provide hope when people need it the most.
Kessler's is excited to announce that we've designed 3 new Hope pendants to honor breast cancer patients, survivors, thrivers, and caregivers.
100% of the net proceeds, along with an additional donation from Kessler's, will support ABCD when you purchase the symbol of hope.
You can find a link with more information about ABCD, along with all 3 modern designs starting at just $75 in sterling silver and $598 in gold, online at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Sundays are for football and Carbless. Born in Wisconsin, Carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are packed with flavor, not sugar. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. Whether you're tailgating in Green Bay or calling the plays from your couch, Carbless is the cocktail that's always game day ready. Crisp, clean, and crafted to win. This season, drink like a champion. Drink Carbless, a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of.
Joining us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is Brian Balaga, the Super Bowl champ with the Green Bay Packers. Welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, Brian.
How we doing?
We're doing good. 808 cannot come here soon enough. Alex Stroh's yelling at people who are being negative, and I co-sign at him yelling. It's just an electric time to be in Wisconsin. As you know, as somebody who played in big-time games in Wisconsin, it just hits different when you're in the postseason.
It does. It does. Exciting. I mean, I even watched that Brewers game. I mean, it was over in like the 3rd inning, but I even watched it.
Yes.
Good game.
Don't flinch. They did not flinch. And, Brian, I love this opportunity, whether it's a bye week or sometimes when you play Thursday Night Football, to take a look at the overall landscape. And the NFL feels pretty wide open. Is that fair to say through 5 weeks?
Yeah. I mean, it seems that way, right? I mean, I think Buffalo, last undefeated team, went down last night, right? I mean, I think it appears that way. It's very competitive. I'll put it that way, right? I mean, I think that's a good way to look at it too. I mean, I think you look at both divisions. I mean, we'll really focus on the NFC. I mean, it's going to be a very competitive playoff picture. I mean, you look at what Tampa's doing, right? You look at obviously Philly. You look at the NFC North in general, right? I mean, again, Minnesota continues to find ways, and obviously Detroit looking really, really good, right? Like Detroit's looking really, really good. And then does, Green Bay coming off the bye, do they find their way again? Which I think they do. I do. I think they kind of get back to their winning ways, and I think they find their way again. So you look at the way things are going, like, I get it. There's, you want one of those top 4 spots. Unfortunately, there's a lot of good teams, right? And only 4 get them. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this thing shakes itself out over the course of the season.
Brian, I asked Jason Wilde earlier in the program, what's going on with the running game? I would have thought that would be the most consistent, reliable thing on offense, but it's been a little bit lackluster so far. And he pointed to, first and foremost, O-line, particularly inconsistency and a lack of chemistry going on. Are you seeing the same thing? And how easy is it to fix that in order to get the running game going again?
Yeah, I mean, they've had a lot of different combinations. I mean, starting right out at week 1, right? I mean, Zach Tom gets hurt, I think in the third quarter of the Lions game. Just right in the Lions game, they put in 2 different right tackles after Zach Tom got hurt. I mean, that started it. Then Banks got hurt, put in the same Lions game. So right off the get, they're moving guys around in the Detroit Lions game, and it's only been kind of musical chairs since then. So it's very difficult to get a run game going when you're moving guys all over the place and the continuity's just not there between guys. And I'm not trying to make excuses. It's just difficult to get it going. And also, you kind of even looked at it before. You looked at that first half of the Lions game, and I get it got a little bit better in the second half, and it was okay in the second half of the Cowboys game as well. They did some good things in the second half of the Cowboy game, but that's not as consistent as we want it to be, right? Like as it should be, as we remember it last year. Guys just aren't executing up front as what we remember, right? Like guys aren't hanging on double teams as long as they should be. They're not climbing to the second level as they should be. They're not displacing D linemen off the ball on double teams like they should be. So, I mean, it's just starting up front with basic things. And it could definitely get cleaned up, and it's something that I think they will get cleaned up. But when you have that to start the season and then guys are getting hurt, it just kind of compounds on itself, right? So I think it's a matter of, guys kicking some rust off and then getting guys healthy and getting guys back and working together. I think it'll improve. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And unfortunately, like, in the NFL, you only have so many games, so you don't have a ton of time to wait, but it is what it is. But this offense needs Jacobs and needs that run game to get going.
Hey, Jason. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Brian. With Christian, I know, right? With Christian Watson, starting to practice at the 21-day window where he can be able to come back, how big of a difference can he make to this offense that we see?
I mean, he's obviously a very dynamic playmaker. He's obviously the biggest body at wide receiver that the Packers have on the roster, right? I mean, he's a big target, obviously very explosive with his speed and his athleticism and what he could do to stretch the field. And we have Golden, who obviously we all know can stretch the field. And if you put him opposite of Golden, it puts defenses in a bind, right? 2 guys that can really stretch the field. It makes D coordinators a little uneasy with how they play their safeties and where these guys where safeties have to play over the top too, right? Like it makes things iffy for them. So he can make a big impact. And obviously he's a phenomenal player. In my opinion, I'm glad that he got an extension and he's getting healthy, but that's the key thing for me is that he's healthy, right? Like that's the biggest thing is that he comes back healthy. I think I read he's at 274 days. 365 is that magic number that I always look for with ACL tears. I've done 2 of them. My first one, I got a full year and some, to come back. And my second one, I think I only got around 8.5, 9 months. Thankfully, the second one, I was used to the rehab. So like I understood the process. So I was able to kind of ramp up and get back to that one very quick, right? So I understood what I had to go through with it. I'm glad I had the full year on my first one, right? Like I'm very glad I was able to have that full year timetable. So my biggest thing for him is I just want him to be healthy and that knee is 100% when he's ready to come back, whether that's after the 21-day window or if he does get brought back on the roster and he does not make the active roster for a few more weeks and he needs a little more time, like, okay, right? I just want him to be healthy when he puts those pads back on and on game day and he's ready to go. So that's like the biggest thing for me.
Well, Brian, we appreciate the time. Look forward to hearing you on the Homer Hour, and we'll talk to you on Thursday.
All right, guys. Take care.
That is Brian Balaga, the Super Bowl champ, and I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at the clock, and 8:08 is getting closer and closer. And my message to end the show, I think, today is Game 1 is over. We're on to Game 2. Enjoy every moment, because you never know how special this could end up being. But this team has been amazing for everyone all season long, so if you are going, be amazing for them today, because they have a chance to do something special. But enjoy just Game 2. Think about Game 2. Stay present in Game 2, because memories can be made, folks. You guys got anything else?
Come see what's brewing, baby. And that's the Milwaukee Brewers and Pat Murphy. And watch them be undaunted. Watch them stay consistent. Watch them stay persistent. And let's celebrate, baby.
Brewers! Brad, that actually didn't sound bad.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Kyle. Come on, Homer!
They're getting better. I'll give them that, Stro.
Homer!
I'm sending this out. No. I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna do the council baloney.
Wait,
No.
He did.
No,
do it again, Homer. Whatever you did Friday.
I wish to be referred to as Homer's son. I'm not Homer anymore. I'm in with